Mentions this is session 19, I believe now, of Rogues to Riches, which makes this my, as far as session counts go anyway, longest running online campaign ever. So I had one before that went 18 sessions, and I ran another one that went 17 sessions. Yeah, and I think Hudson Brand is only up to 15 or 16. So, but here we go, session 19. So, when we had left off, I had some notes, don't I? Here we go. You guys still all have the link I gave you to the campaign notes?
Yep.
Good, 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 good. So when we had left off, I think it was right around the end of November. You were looking for a place to rent, so you Van Ooms was going to look into that, talk to some people he knew, and see what he could find out, and then meet with you like the following week. I think it was. I think it was the next Monday or something to talk about what he'd found. You were looking for a secure kind of private rooms with at least a private meeting room, a kitchen, larder. Somebody had mentioned something about a basement, but also Rook's Armor was making some plate barding for Rachel's Warhorse. That had about a 6 to 8 week delivery estimate. She'd paid half of that up front. And she was paying 3 silver pieces a day at the Golden Corral, and she had paid up until the following month. She paid up to the 28th of December for Epona. And then 3 of you had invested some money into Vandergoot's Very Good Wood, which is expanding into Eindhoven from Amsterdam. And so that will pay out in November of 1632. And I kept track here. You have given 5% of your invested money to the accountant to pay the accountant to manage it for you. Antonio and Andres had each invested about 10,000 silver pieces in the venture, and Rachel had invested 4,000 silver pieces. So that's where we had left off. So yeah, it was around the end of November. So Rachel, you'll get your armor in less than 2 months. So before the end of January, your plate mail will be done for your horse. You can pay the
What about my chainmail? How long will it take them to mend that?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. You have enough time.
Okay.
Did you already pay for that?
Yeah, I paid for that up front.
I didn't take a note for that. I don't remember. Yep, that's fine. That'll be done too. That won't take anywhere near as long. I think it was only going to take a week,
Yeah.
maybe even less, to do that. That's only because obviously he's working on multiple jobs at once. It's not like you're his only customer or whatever. So if he's just mending a piece of chain, I might be able to do it in less than a day. Who knows? But
Kind of cutting in and out there, Ian.
Yeah, you're coming in and out for me here.
Yeah.
That's sucky.
I don't know. It was like you know how you said that it sounded like when I first spoke I burst and then it went silent. Like that's kind of what it was doing for you, but in and out. It was weird.
Weird. I wonder if it was because I was messing around over by my microphone. I'll try and stop doing that. Let me know if it happens again, please.
Sounds good now.
Okay. So the plate mail barding for your horse. So yeah, you had to pay another 500 silver pieces on completion for that.
And also, like I told you this in a private message, but I'm also just going to say it now. So she was kind of by herself when she was there, but she actually tells him that she'll pay him an extra 2 gold. But to do that, she wants the barding to look really nice. Inlay some nice etchings and stuff, make it look like a good horse. And also, she would. I'm gonna say that she's. I'm left-handed in real life. I usually like to make my characters the same hand I am, so I'll say she's left-handed. So she also pulls up. This would be something that, like the audience would see, but not any of the characters. She pulls up the sleeve on her left arm where she has the tattoo. This tattoo of this odd-looking it's like a skeleton that's like eating itself, and she tells him that she wants that worked into the artwork. Like it could be worked in, like just displayed somewhere where it can be seen.
It's the circular one with the skull eating the basically the coccyx of the spinal cord. Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
spine, right? Yeah,
yeah.
I remember the one.
I'll
The,
put an image up in
the,
chat so everyone can see it. I think I've
the,
showed it
you've
before.
shown it before, yeah. You have. It's the symbol of the infinite brotherhood. You said.
Yep. So yeah, she wants that worked onto her horse, um,
Onto the armor.
onto the armor. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
She
you
told
offer him an additional 2 gold for that work. He says he'll do it for 4 extra gold.
him.
It's a lot of detail, a lot of detailed work. That's an extra 200 silver. So, yeah. Okay.
No problem.
Cool.
She'll do
So
it.
he will do that. And when you meet on the 5th of December, yeah, which is I guess about a week later, the following, was it a Friday? Pull up my calendar. Let's see here, 1631. That is the wrong calendar. I did that same thing last time. Let's grab the other calendar. Let's grab the right calendar this time. The moon calendar. That's the one I like. Oh no. Oh no, the host is down. Maybe gone.
Still here for me.
The 1631 moon calendar?
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Damn it. It's just good to know the moon cycles, like especially when you have magic users around. Okay, we'll go back to perpetual yearly calendar. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything about the moon cycle. God damn it. Let's see if I can Google up another one real quick. Well, for now, anyway, I can just look at, December 5th was a Friday. Yep. So Yoop will meet with you. He has found a private house that you will be able to rent. It's currently available. It has 4 bedrooms, which is what you need. There's 4 of you. It's a 4-bedroom house. It also has you know, a larder, kitchen, dining, and kind of common room area. It's not overly big. It's like I said, it's about approximately about 41 10-foot squares, if you want, or 80. Actually, it was 81. Sorry, 81 5-foot squares, just like that. I sent you guys a picture link, so to give you an idea of the shape of it and all. Um, there's like a 25 square block, and then there's a 40. What would it be? A 56 square block as well, if I recall correctly. So basically, one attached to the other. And that the guy was asking for over 1,200 silver pieces a month for it. However, because Cube has done a lot of work for him, and he is willing to rent it to you for 1,000 silver pieces a month.
1,000 silver a
That
month is
works.
150 each. Yep, no problem.
Yeah, 250 each a month.
I just put a link into the chat, the
Facebook chat.
group.
That's a good calendar.
Yeah, and it doesn't show like per day, but it shows you what days are the major things.
Yeah.
Full, half waning, half waxing.
That's really all you need.
I put one in the chat as well, in the other chat. But
It's now half waning.
Oh, right. Yeah, you put another one in there too. Cool. Let's see what that one looks like. That's a cool one too.
Oh, that is nice.
Change the month, yeah, because it's for some reason March and we are in November. No, we're into December now. So yeah, so you can rent that for 250 a month each, essentially. Okay.
What day is it in the game?
Well, this would have been December 5th when you met with him about the about the house.
Okay, cool.
And then the winter will pass relatively uneventfully.
Quick question. And this will be really, Rachel would want to talk to the players about this as well. But we're allowed to take like other jobs while we're working for him, right?
What do you mean? As long as you're available on call for him, yeah. If
Mm,
they interfere with that, then no.
yeah, true. Okay. Let's just go through the rest of the year and we'll see how it goes. I mean, yeah, right in the back of Rachel's head, she wants to.
That is a brilliant idea, though. I may, in fact, open a business as a scribe. Because there's lots of people who would like to write things who can't write. Like some guy wants to write a letter home. He doesn't know how to write, so I can write the letter for him. Make some side money that way.
Can I make a kind of like a locksmith shop where I can open people's locks?
In theory, you would be able to do something like that, I suppose. Yeah. If you want, we can spend the next hour working over all of that stuff instead of doing the adventure.
No
Figuring out all the
adventure.
details.
I mean,
That'll be
for
something
me,
to talk about on the side.
That would have been really something cool to think of between sessions.
We can
Yeah.
do that. I'm gonna write it down though, just in case.
Well, I mean, for me, this is like part of the. I mean, like I don't know. For me, it is part of the adventure, like doing these kinds of things and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm okay either way, really.
Yeah.
I only know that Rachel, in her head, she has all this money and stuff now. She's thinking that she wants to rebuild the Infinite Brotherhood. This time she's going to be the leader.
Okay. Here in Amsterdam.
Not necessarily here in Amsterdam, but just it'll eventually be rebuilt.
Okay. Something to think about. Yeah. Something to start planning for.
I have a question. How much is our employer giving us per month?
600 silver pieces per month.
Each person?
Yes. And so we're now into December. When were you hired initially? When did the contract start? I want to say that it was the first week of November, wasn't it?
I mean,
Where's
we were commissioned for about 8 days before we actually found the bandit. It took us about 2 weeks to find the bandits.
Nearly 3 to finish that job.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Yep, I have it here.
Should we go ahead and subtract that 250 for the rent?
Contracts began on November 7th. What about 250? What?
Should we go ahead and subtract that for the rent?
Well, hold on, because we're gonna do a little time lapse here.
Okay.
We're gonna advance. So let's see. So December 7th would be 1 month cycle. So you're gonna get paid and you're gonna have rent basically. Then January, February, March. Okay, so there's gonna be 4 cycles you're gonna pass. So you're going to basically your salaries for those 4 months will come in, which is 2,400 silver pieces. But your rent then would also be 1,000 silver pieces each for the 4 months: December, January, February, and April, or March, February, then March. Yes, that's how it works.
When did the contract start?
November 7th.
I'm sorry. So we get paid 2,400 each, but then it's
because we're skipping ahead to March.
Okay, and then it's minus 1,000.
So plus 2,400 minus 1,000 for each of you.
Okay, so plus 1,400 total.
Correct. That would be the net.
Oh, we also have to actually pay 1 gold for food each month.
Each, yeah, basically, for living costs. So that would be another 200 silver spent for your food and whatnot.
Okay.
Basic groceries and such. as it were. And what about stabling for your
Stabling for
horse?
horses. Mm-hmm.
So you had
Mine
paid
cost 90 silver a month, I believe it was.
90 silver per month.
It was 3 silver a day.
Yeah, you're right. It was, yeah. And you'd paid up until the 28th of December. So we were changing.
Would that be the price for a war horse? Would it be cheaper for just a riding horse?
No,
So
that was for
war
that
horse
particular
would have-
place because they take especially good care.
I see. Well,
So you might not want to pay that much for a riding horse. You can go to more
but
standard.
I think it would also be better. Well, I personally feel it might be better just to have all the horses in the same place, but people, of course, are free to stable the horses where they wish. I would like mine to be taken well care of because a happy horse is better than not a happy horse. So 90 silver a month, right?
And you were still.
Yep. Rachel's already paid 1 month in advance, so Rachel, you just have to subtract another 270 silver pieces for your horse stabling.
Mhm.
Anybody else who wants to stable their horses there will spend 360.
And we're still 1,000 in the clear. Like if you do stable the horse there, we're still 1,000 in the clear. So we're still making.
No, not exactly.
You said 360.
So let's see here. You started with 2,400 income minus rent 1,000 minus 200 for food minus 270 for you, Rachel. So you're down to 930 plus. But everybody else has to spend an additional 90 because they didn't pay for that month. So that'd be 840 for everybody else to be at your surplus. After paying rent, food, stabling.
That's cool.
I mean, we're still making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically all we're doing is sitting around and waiting.
Yep.
So I guess we can put this down here. Monthly costs. This would be a good thing to take a note of for keeping track in the future. That is the wrong button. That's the right button. Okay. So monthly expenditures, right? You've got rent. It's a 4-bed, 1-story house in Amsterdam. And that equals 1,000. Oh, sorry, each. We'll just say monthly expenditures per person. So we'll say 250 silver pieces each. Okay. Stabling is good care, excellent care actually, excellent care equals 90 silver pieces each per month per horse. Basically, do you each have a horse?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a horse. Okay, just checking. Food costs. Standard equals we'll call it 50 silver pieces per month. Okay, cool. There we go.
How many months were we stabling our horse, did you say, to begin with? Because I figured everything else out with that.
4 months, so it'd be another 360 silver total.
360.
Because you're basically paying December, January, February, March. Rachel had already paid for December, so that's why hers was slightly different. What else am I looking for here?
Do you mind if I move that up to the top with the contract stuff? So it's like right at the beginning of the.
Yeah, you can do that after I finish writing this. Monthly income from Joop von Ooms, retainer fee.
I have that already written up above in the contract area.
Do you? Okay,
Yep.
well then go ahead and just add this up there then.
Okay.
Copy, cut and paste, whatever. Cool. Okay. So that brings us anyway to the middle of March. Sorry, was somebody about to say something there? Did I talk over someone?
No.
No? Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard Jose or something. So we'll bring it up to the 15th of March. The heights of March. Look at that. As it were. Yoop has sent a messenger, probably the previous day, or maybe even a couple of days before, to inform you that he would like to meet you for breakfast on Monday, the 15th of March, 1632. Okay. Why are my buttons not? Oh, I know why. Monday, 15th March, 1632. Breakfast with Yoop. Sorry, you guys kind of come to call him Ooms. Breakfast with Ooms. That's what he always says. Just call me Ooms. Not Von Ooms, not Yoop. Just call me Ooms. It's easier. No, you don't have to call him Mr. Ooms or any of that shit either, because although you are employees, he considers you to be kind of like friends. So,
Oh,
I'll call the guy with all the money, whatever he wants me to call him.
yes, Ooms will do. Thank you. I was going to call you Alexander. The fuck is your name? Antonio. So funny. Yes, please. I think of you all as friends, especially you, Johan. Who the fuck's Johan? All right. And so, oh, I need my map here. So you go there for breakfast, and it's the usual kind of light fare, like pastries and fruits, and which I say light fare, but it's expensive fare too, especially in March. And in Amsterdam, it's not easy to come by fruits and such. Probably the pastries maybe, but like the fruits, these are all obviously imported and kind of expensive.
And if they're not imported, they're grown in a hothouse, which is really expensive.
And there'd be like fruit juices and milk and tea and coffee, things of that sort.
I'm sorry, Ian. I do have one quick question. Should I go ahead and pay that extra money? Is the armor done for the horse by now?
Yeah. I already said that a while ago. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. And how
Go
much?
ahead.
How much was that for the armor for the horse?
Well, you had paid 500, so you had to pay another 500 plus 200 for your detailing, so another 700.
Okay, another 700. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you.
No worries. So you will insist, of course, everybody, please have your breakfast first, eat and drink, and we'll discuss business afterwards. Nothing is such a rush. It's nothing too urgent. So then once everybody has had their fill, and you're all well, if you wish, you may be smoking. You will certainly will light a pipe and be enjoying some very fragrant tobacco. And he'll say, "So about this new job. It's been quiet the last few months, probably for the better with the winter weather and all. But the snows have mostly melted, all around the uh, the country of the United Provinces. Is it a country? I guess all around the provinces anyway. The snows have pretty much melted, except in the higher mountains. And I have gotten word of a place that I would like you to investigate. It is about a day's walk um, northwest of the kind of city limit, as it were. You could probably get there faster, maybe half a day out with horses. But it's come to my attention that there is a tower there. And this tower comes with a local legend amongst the supernatural people who uh, dwell in the farmlands around there. They say that the tower is the domain of an old evil wizard, a very arrogant wizard. Um, and that the locals there would whisper his name in fear, later in awe, and that name, I can tell you, was Uravulan Calcidius. Not a very Dutch-sounding name at all. Anyway, um, nobody has heard nor seen anything from this wizard in generations now, actually. So long now that people are beginning to relax. Um, his tower is still in place, apparently, and is overshadowed by a constant lightning storm, it is said. Now, the locals, although they believe that probably something has happened, that this old wizard has either passed on or moved on, they're still too afraid to go anywhere near the actual building itself, which is probably to our advantage. I would like to know what he was doing there. What was he studying? What was his research like? Does he have any um, scientific information, as it were, or arcane information? I'd like you to go and check this out. And if you find anything um, to do with his work and research of that sort, I would like you to bring that information back to me. If there's anything that you can bring back, be it books or manuals, things of that sort, more the better. But at least I would like you to bring me word of what you find there. What are the dangers? Can I send a team of porters in to empty the place out, haul it out? But of course, you will be the vanguard because you're adventurers, and that's what adventurers do, right? Any other treasures, loot, and things of that sort that you find there? Well, I have no interest in them. You may keep what you find. I just am interested in what this wizard may have been doing. What was he researching? What was his work?
Do you actually believe in such thing as a wizard?
Of
Kind of
course. I mean,
smile wryly at Andres.
all of
Yeah, like
these,
he's just trying to get like a feeling of what he knows and things like that. Like he's not trying to.
all of the witch hunts going on across the continent. What do you think? They just fell down from the sky? They come from somewhere. Of course, I think there are people who have knowledge of arts that the common man may not know anything about, or perhaps lacks the talent to manipulate. That said, it's entirely possible that this is just some old man with weird ways, and you know, who knows?
I
I
didn't mean
know.
to disrespect. I just figured that was an excuse for people to kill other people. So
Well, of course, there is that as well. It does happen, I'm sure. But as the old adage says, where there's smoke, there's fire.
like
So, what I do know is that you are exactly the kind of people who can find out.
like you said, it could likely be that it's science that people just don't understand. Maybe better weapons technologies. I mean, to the savages in America, our guns seem as magic.
Exactly. Exactly. So, um, you may depart at your leisure. I would prefer if you don't dally for too long, though. If you wish to go today, by all means, don't let me stop you. But or if you prefer to go in a day or two, whatever arrangements you need to take care of, course, I understand. Um,
And I look at the group and I say, yes, I believe a little bit of preparation would be advisable.
yes, well,
I'll tell you what, I'd love to find there a gun that could fire more than one round per shot. If only such a magical weapon could exist.
hmm, I know very little else otherwise about the tower. It's just that it's a mostly stone structure, apparently with no windows, and surrounded by what the locals believe to be a supernatural lightning storm.
Hmm. Wow. Perhaps we'll keep low to the ground then. Very well. We shall return with news.
Don't worry, if there's anything to find, we'll find it.
I have the utmost faith in you. I suppose if you don't return in, say, a month, then I will presume you were killed in the line of duty.
Yeah, if that be the case, then perhaps you have reason to believe to send men to this place after all.
Well, if you don't return, I certainly won't be sending my porters to that place. I will have to look for more able-bodied men, of course, and women.
You're ahead of your time, Mr. Poop.
I always have been. That is why I am so successful.
Indeed. Well, then let's have a toast to success, and then we will see our way off.
Indeed.
Glass.
Very well. Oops lifts his freshly squeezed orange juice. They have oranges? Sure, why not?
That would be pretty exotic, definitely.
Yeah, it comes from the Americas, I reckon. The the Dutch West India Company brings it in from the probably more from the Spanish Americas, but you know.
Do we get orange juice also, or no?
If you want it, it's there.
Oh, great! Yeah, definitely.
He shares everything. Okay.
Rachel classically will just have some really nice alcohol.
Yeah, I think as we start heading out, Andres would walk next to Antonio and he would tell him in Spanish, "This is a really good opportunity for you to find things that will help you get stronger and maybe learn new things."
I'll reply in Spanish indeed, but knowing what I know, there's going to be quite a lot of danger in there, and I would like to prepare everybody for that before we venture into the tower.
Excuse me.
Absolutely. Just hopefully this guy doesn't have too many crazy things waiting for us in that castle.
Indeed, I will make sure I prepare whatever countermeasures I may have. Quick aside here. Copying spells. Is that like one spell level per day type of thing, or is it one spell per day? Because I'm looking through the book and it says, so it says in here, transcribing spells uses the same rule. This process is similar to writing scrolls, but does not erase the spell from the original source. Costs 10 silver pieces per day. But it doesn't say how...
Transcribing a spell from spellbook to spellbook?
Yes.
Right.
It says it's similar to writing scrolls. And looking at writing scrolls, it says, well, the scroll is 50 silver pieces per day. But it doesn't say how long it takes to write a scroll.
Hold on. When you perform a spell, not less two, would dissipate all energy. Spell scrolls. How long? I think it does say somewhere. Yes. Wait. Time of magical activities. Yeah, time of magical activities. Activity. Writing a scroll costs spell level times 2d6 days. That's on page 77. Oh, that's cleric.
Okay, I see.
Clerics. Is that the same?
No, that's under magic user. Writing a scroll. Oh, from spellbook to spellbook. No, from
actually, what I was looking at was under clerics.
Spell level times 1d3 days.
Sorry, yeah, here it is. Different one. Page 82 is the one for wizards.
Okay.
Yep, writing scroll. Spell level times 2d6 days.
All right.
Cost 50 silver pieces per day. However, transferring from scroll to scroll to from spellbook to spellbook is spell level times 1d3 days, 10 silver pieces per day.
All right. So I'm gonna roll up how long it would take, because I would not have to carry this book with me all the time. the Malleus and just carry my spell book, because carrying both of them is just, well, it's extra weight, and there's things in there that I don't need that I can't even use yet. And the chance of losing that over just losing my spell book is quite big.
Well, you had
not to mention what will happen to you if you're ever caught with that book.
Exactly. So there's two things that I want to do would be transferring the spells that are not in that book from my spell book. Can I transfer them into the Malleus?
Oh, you want to wait.
Like, so I have spells in my spell book that are not in the Malleus. Can I transfer those spells into the Malleus?
Sure.
Transcribe.
Not.
And then transcribe the spells that are in the Malleus and not in my spell book into my spell book. So that way I have a backup. In case my spell book gets lost, I'll still have the copy in the Malleus.
Yeah, you just have to spend the time and money to do so.
Yeah, so I'll just have to figure out how much time it takes for all of it. And
now, keep in mind, of course, that we've just passed from basically from November 28th up until March 15th.
So that would
have a lot of days in there to have done it.
That's when I would have been doing it, yeah. So I'll figure out how long it's going to take while we're going.
Sure.
All right.
Good. So the party is asked to investigate the tower of the legendary evil wizard. What did I say his name was? Who wrote it down? None of you wrote it down, did you?
No.
You're bad players. Ravelon Calcidius.
I was going to, but I'm so used to Antonio keeping up with all that.
Oh, I see. So
who keeps up with everything.
Oh,
I was distracted thinking about this, looking through, trying to figure out how long it takes to copy spells over.
No, you're all good.
So I missed it.
How dare you not keep notes for the entire party, Antonio?
Yeah.
I will commit honorable seppuku.
So, what do you want to do? When do you want to leave? So this is late morning, 15th of March.
His name was something like you cast your roll or something like that.
No, I already said it again.
Oh, fuck.
And I wrote it in the notes. Ravelon Calcidius.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There's a village around where we're supposed to be going.
There's probably a village somewhere, a few miles from it or something.
General area, basically.
But it's mostly farmland. It's very rural. There's no major cities up there. In fact, looking at the map, I think Amsterdam is the is the closest city. Yeah, it is. There aren't any other cities on this map that I'm looking at, like big cities anyway. North of there, go all the way to the North Sea.
Well, when we get back to our base, as we're deciding what stuff we might need to take and everything, Rachel would suggest that maybe we should consider buying a few mercenaries to take with us. Having a few bodies to throw at a magic tower doesn't seem like a bad idea.
It took 50 days, 500 silver.
Okay. To do both ways?
Yep, both ways.
Cool. So if you were to look at a Google Maps, like I'm looking at right now, of
Or just get some henchmen.
of modern Netherlands, the basically the place you're going to, the location of this tower, would be kind of up around this area listed here as Den Helder. But of course, that city or whatever is not there. Oh, maybe it was. I don't know. I should probably look that up, but it's not on my map of the war period anyway. Let's see if it was around in the 17th century. No, I don't think. Oh no, that's the postcode. Hold on, that's not the year of establishment. Try to find the actual. Yeah. Wow, my Wikipedia won't open now. It's weird. Am I lagging on you guys?
Mm-mm.
No, you're good.
Site cannot be reached. Oh, there it goes. Now it's there. That's fucking weird. There's the postcode. When was it found? History. Yeah. Doesn't say when it was founded. Anyway, but we're just gonna say, for purposes of our game, it's not there yet. Maybe the village is there, and that's the village that will one day become the city. The earliest date I can find in relation to it is in about 160 some years. There will be a fort there, or a town, yeah, like a town fort with a harbor, and it will be yeah. So
So
you said something about wanting to hire mercenaries?
not mercenaries, but I meant henchmen.
Well, we know Rachel's not very good for doing that because she has a very ill effect on the loyalty of any retainers that she hires.
Yeah,
Which would be interesting if she's going to try to start up the mercenary company again. But
that's true. Maybe I need a face.
you need to hire somebody to run it for you. So I don't know. Do you guys want to do that? Do you want to hire any retainers?
Me in particular, I don't know, because we're going after this wizard, and the fact that Antonio knows magic too. I'd rather people not see him if there's a case that he needs to use magic.
What do you have to say about that, Antonio?
Say it again, Andres.
Now that the whole getting henchmen, I'm not 100% sure if that's a good idea, because if anything happens and we're in a bind and you have to use magic and they see it, we're gonna have to kill
That would
them.
be that would be a potential security risk. Perhaps if we are successful in cleansing the tower of the curses or whatever that may or may not be upon it, at that point we can hire people for hauling goods and whatnot.
Well, then we don't need henchmen. We just need,
Hire some laborers from the village.
exactly.
We
The reason I need to hire henchmen is because I'm thinking it might be better. It might be good to have some bodies to throw at the tower, other than our own.
That's true too. It's not a bad idea though. I don't know if I'm best to inspire them personally. I mean, I'm not terrible at talking to people, but I'm not the most inspiring.
Mm.
I mean, I could.
That was quite inspiring, but fortunately, I know him no longer. Must find a face for our group.
Put a note in the chat, Ian, or the thing here, just about the book. What I do with it when I'm not there. Chest is regularly 10 silver in the city.
Yeah, I need to look at equipment as well. I need to buy some stuff.
And you're also muted.
Oh yeah, look at that. I'm talking to myself.
Cool. So I would have purchased
that
from Then Goot's Very Good Books. Woot.
So you're going to spend, like,
So,
I prefer we actually say this out loud for the recording.
Right. So I go to Van Goot's and I commission a chest, a flat chest. I give them the dimensions so that I don't tell them what it's for, but it'll be of the size that I can keep the malleus in it. And I lock it up. So I give them that. I have measured the space that I want to hide it in my room under the floorboards. So it has to fit that space and it has to fit this, have the inside capacity of this. It should be very well waterproofed. And I will give 20 silver for it, for that extra dimensional work and whatnot. And I will also, at that point, after it's commissioned and whatnot, and I've hidden it, I'm going to be casting explosive runes on the malleus.
Okay. Explosive runes.
It will destroy the book if someone other than me or my companions open it.
These runes are traced by the caster upon a book, map, scroll, or similar object bearing written information. The runes detonate when read, dealing 2d6 points of damage in a 10-foot radius. The reader suffers full damage with no save allowed. Anyone else in the area of effect takes full damage unless a saving throw versus magic is made for half. The object on which the runes were written is obliterated unless it is unaffected by fire. The caster and any other being specifically instructed can read the protected writing without triggering the runes. So it's only when read.
Right.
Right. Okay.
But if you put the
reading the title would do
on the cover of the book,
yeah,
you break that chest.
Likewise, the caster can remove these runes whenever desired. Sorry. Another creature can remove them with a successful dispel magic spell.
Right.
A magic user has a 5% chance per level of detecting the runes, while a specialist has a flat 5% chance. Cool. Good to know. Excellent. Good precautions.
Yes. And if you come home and my room is exploded and there's bodies and pieces of bodies there, we'll know what happened.
Yeah, the house is burned down.
Right. Sorry, gang.
Ian.
Rachel's not again.
Yes. It says that one of the animals I can buy is a dog. Would that be a war dog?
No, that'd just be a straight up dog.
Could I have it trained to, do things, sniff for danger, or things like that?
I imagine dogs can be trained for sure.
Would that be able to be done within, say, between November and March?
Probably, yeah. Let me see. What? Excuse me, I got the hiccups.
I'm basically thinking I would like, a dog, something kind of large. I mean, I don't know what kind of dogs existed in the 1600s. I know what dog I'd have today, but I know that they didn't exist back then. So probably would just.
What kind of dog are you looking for? Like a guard dog type, a hunting dog?
A war dog.
You want a war dog?
Specifically for battle, and so something that will be
Mastiff.
Yeah, somewhat aggressive. Yeah, something like that. Probably like a Mastiff would probably be a good bet.
Mastiffs I think are around in Roman times even.
Yeah.
They use those. In fact, they would put armor on them with blades so they could run to their horses and gut them. And yeah, that's what they use them for a lot.
You're giving me ideas.
It's the actual fact. Well, At least as fact as far as YouTube's told me.
Yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't mind getting like some barding for it as well. But if I do, it's going to be like something that's going to be light for the dog. So probably to be like leather barding, which is 250 for a horse. I don't know for a dog how much you would want it to be.
You want to put armor on a dog, huh?
I figure it'll probably be the same as for a person, because if it's a fighting dog like that, I would imagine to have a weight similar to a person. So like 100 silver pieces for leather. Well, 25 for leather, 1,000 for silk for chain.
Doesn't have armor in this thing, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, there it is.
A regular horse is 100 silver pieces, and a war horse is 500 silver pieces. So if we go about that logic about the same way, then a war dog might be, a bit more expensive than a regular dog. Like
Yep, I'd say.
Whatever you want to say.
So what are we gonna say that this dog is trained to do though?
Specifically, he will heal if I ask him to, of course.
Sweet, we need a healer.
not that kind of heal. To my side, when told, he will, of course, attack if told. I guess I would also like to have some kind of like guard command, something so that he would just stay alert and alert me if there's danger. Yeah.
I don't think that'd be a command. I think that would just be something that he'd be trained to do, period. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can work that out. So
I can't think of like real specific stuff that, like, just basically typical kind of war dog kind of stuff.
I need to put this down here now. You can copy this later up to the other top of the page. So Rachel's war dog. Was it a Mastiff? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can name him later. So hit dice is that, and we're gonna have. Would I have two, or just have one? I think there's a thing in here about animal hit dice in the referee guide. Some different recommendations. So here, not NPCs. Okay. Animals, page 50. There we go. Oh, this is based on weight. Yeah, essentially. So Mastiff is going to weigh probably between the 100 pounds to the 250 pounds. It's not going to weigh 250 pounds. It's going to weigh over 100 pounds.
A male is about 160 to 230 pounds, according to the American Kennel Club. Yep. They have a height of 30 inches or 30 inches and up male, 27 and a half inches and up female. They live for about 6 to 10 years.
Okay, so you want to go for one of the big ones, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so we can bite and claw, basically. What's this about? That's number of attacks. What's the thing? It doesn't say number of attacks. This is primary attack, secondary attack. So I think it means, yeah, they'd have 2 attacks, basically. Okay, so here's what we're going to say.
The Mastiff, as we know it, came into focus in medieval England, used as big game hunters, nighttime guardians of estates, and war dogs. They were used to help defend against the Romans when they invaded England, and they were brought back to Rome to fight in the Colosseum as well as hunting. They've been around for centuries.
So he's got 9 hit points. 2 attacks. And those are going to be for D8 and D4. So D8 bite, D4 claw. What do you want to name your dog?
Cerberus.
Oh, God. That's a good name. I don't blame you. Cerberus, huh? Okay.
9 HP.
Yeah. He's got 9 HP, 2 attacks, D8 and D4 damage. He's a 2-hit die creature, so he's about close to 250 pounds. The dog, that dog, trained for war, is going to cost you 20 silver pieces.
Okay. And how much for the barding, leather barding I'm going to put him in?
You want to put leather barding on him. So leather barding for a horse is 250. For human, it's 25. We're going to go with 125 silver pieces.
Okay. Sounds good.
So he's got
Makes about sense. I
leather,
mean, it's an odd body shape compared to a person. Plus,
leather
it could be
barding.
thicker and yeah.
So he's got an armor class of 14 then.
Nice.
So, Ian, I got a quick, really dumb question.
Yeah, go for it.
Pirates are a thing at this time, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Would I be a
Jesus, the age of sail, man.
I would like to go to the port. Like I would tell everybody that I'm gonna go for a walk, and I want to go to the port and see if I can find some pirates.
Okay. I mean, there would definitely be some pirates operating. Well, they'd be probably. They're not gonna be like saying, "Hey, we're pirates." They'd probably be arrested and killed.
I'm pretty sure I would probably know what one looks like. Or do
They
you
may
know
be
something?
privateers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you want to do when you find some?
Pirates.
I would like to procure some of their goods.
What kind of goods are you looking for at the docks?
Poison and other crafty stuff they have.
Poison? No, they don't have poison. They don't deal with poison. What would you need poison for? All you need is a good gun and a good sword.
Well, so I can coat my weapon and stab somebody with it.
I think you read too many fantasy novels.
Well, what do you have? What do you guys have? Specialty to kill people with?
Cutlass, pistol, shot and powder, and guile.
What's a guile?
Guile.
Is that the cut off head thing?
Is that what?
No, I was thinking
Guile
of.
is cunning.
Yeah, it's cunning, intelligence. Like.
Hey guys, you know what? I would like a cutlass. So that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a standard sword. Just different shape. Whatever. But.
And what was the other thing? The shot and what?
Guns. Pistol,
Yeah.
shot and powder.
I
Yeah.
thought he had some like explosive type stuff.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, you can definitely make stuff like that. You want to buy some? I think they're just called fire bombs.
Oh yes, that sounds lovely. I would be more than happy to buy some. And if they work out good, I'd be more than happy to come back and buy more from you.
Oh well, we won't be here long. Yeah, you could buy some fire bombs if you want.
How much and how many?
They cost 5 silver piece a piece.
I guess I'll take like 3 of them.
3 of them. Okay, so mark off 15 silver. You've got 3 of these fire bombs. Basically, you either light them and throw them, or you can throw them into flame. Something throw them into an already existing flame to set them off. They do 1d4 damage. They ignite flammables, and you roll a misfire. If it misfires, it blows up in your hand.
I'll give him 20 and I'll tell him to go buy a drink.
Okay. Very cool.
Yep, that would be it. He would be done with his business.
So preparations. I want to get everybody together after we get back to our apartment.
Okay.
After Andreas gets, I called him Antonio. After Andreas gets back, and so a wizard's tower. There are some precautions that you will want to keep in mind while we explore this place. There may be things that you read and will cause the object to explode and cause you great harm, as well as harm to all those around you. So be careful not to read anything if you can help it. There may be objects that just speak. That give you false information. Things of that nature. Beware of illusions and basically just be wary of all manner of things you can think of. Be wary of touching things that seem too enticing, unless you're... I mean, I'll do my best to try and locate these objects before they cause harm, but magic is... Each wizard has his own flavor. So what I may do would look entirely different from what another wizard may do. So we trust nothing.
So what you're saying pretty much is don't touch anything and don't talk to anything?
If you can help it, sure. There may also be creatures from outside of our reality roaming those halls, if that does exist. Certain mages have the ability to summon horrors. Well, Cole would know of this, considering his past with those witches up in Germany. Those demonic beings that they had summoned. I don't know if he got the chance to see them, but from his stories that his companions told, they were not anything to be taken lightly. There are many, many dangers that we will face in there.
I think we should also...
Each tower. I'm sorry, what you were saying?
I was just saying we might also want to prepare with, some stuff that, just general stuff for roaming around and lighting. Everyone having a lantern, everyone having some rope. That would be, a good idea. I think I'm going to purchase myself like a crowbar. Maybe having one more crowbar wouldn't be bad. Of course, we can't take in, too much. Remember you don't want to be too encumbered going into a place like this. So
it might not be a bad idea to carry a sack with you with your miscellaneous gear in case you get into a battle. You could drop that and lighten your load.
Of course, our horses can carry some stuff as well that we don't need, such as food rations and things. We can leave those on our horses.
Quick question. What are those things called that you throw in the ground so people trip over them?
Caltrop?
Are those a thing or no?
Yep, they're in the book. A bag of caltrop. Well, it just says caltrop. I assume that's a bag of caltrop. I don't think they would sell you just one caltrop.
Well, they are kind of complicated to make. Only 5 copper.
Yeah, they are painted to make it. So that's probably for a single caltrop.
I don't exactly want to buy that, but I want something that is like a ball or something that I could use to throw from one end of one hallway to another instead of like walking down a hallway.
Pick up some stones.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't spend money on something you can find in nature, my friend.
Also, I had back in my military day, we had this scout that would carry a mirror with him. Whenever he would scout out a hall, he would look around the hall with his mirror. Saved him a bunch of times.
I do carry a mirror.
Smart man.
How about a drill? We might could use a drill.
Okay. Anything else you want in preparation, or are you guys ready to set out? Cole, anything that you want to take care of before you leave on this job? Rob, you there, buddy? We may have lost Rob.
I had one more thing I wanted to do, if it's alright with you. If I can take either my shirt or my armor and add like pouches, so that way I can put like my lock picking tools and things like that, in case something ever happens.
Wait, a shirt. Say again.
Either in my shirt, or if not, on my leather armor. So if I can add some pouches where I could hide like lock picks.
Okay. You're looking for like a concealed pocket.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that. Are you thinking so if you get captured, something that hopefully they won't find and take off you? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. If they take my things, still have a way to try to get out.
If they don't find it, right?
Yeah, if they don't find it.
Gotcha.
I have something I think I want to grab.
Excuse me?
A pouch of salt.
You're talking to Andres?
I think I should grab a. No, I'm just saying it out. That I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a bag of salt.
Okay, you want to get a bag of salt? Sure.
Yes.
Is that listed on here? Salt would be expensive, wouldn't it?
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, salt should be pretty expensive.
Let's see.
A bottle of rich liquor is 10 silver pieces. 15 for a rich drink.
Try to make a Molotov?
No, salt. So for like spirits, you throw it at spirits.
Gotcha. Talking about the fire bombs that Andres bought, he would give one to Rachel and the other one to Cole, since they're good at fighting. And I'll keep one of them.
Oh, well, thanks a lot.
Just be careful with them. They explosion.
Now we're just going to have a good way to light them, so we might need to carry some torches.
I have torches.
Okay, good.
What was it you gave to us? Because I couldn't hear you. It was kind of
Firebomb.
What's the ingredients in it? Like oil
or? No, it's like gunpowder and mostly gunpowder and like matchcord. Fuse.
So it's a bomb, basically. Then.
Yeah, it's a firebomb. That's what it's called. It's like a grenade.
Do they have anything like a bottle that would be full of oil, not running oil?
You can buy flasks of oil.
Like thick oil with a fuse in it, and I could throw it. Say it's a wizard, throw it lit, and so the oil would stick to them and burn. What I'm trying to say.
Trying to create napalm.
Yeah, basically, yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, you could get flask of oil anyway.
Okay.
Lamp oil. Lamp oil costs, I think, 5 copper. Yep. And yeah, it would probably burn for a couple of rounds at least anyway on him. Excuse me.
Okay. I'm gonna get a few of those. Then.
Sure. Each one of those is an item on your inventory, of course. So. Okay. Anything else?
Yes. I am going to also get a lantern
Okay.
and a flask of oil as well. Like an extra flask. So a lantern, fill it up, and then get an extra flask of oil as well.
Cool.
We should probably all do that just in case.
Yeah, if you want. Lantern costs 3 silver pieces. Flask of oil, like I said, is 5 copper. Each flask is an item, and the lantern is also an item for terms of encumbrance.
How much you said it was?
I think it's 3 silver for the lantern and 5 copper for each flask of oil. Mm-hmm. Okay. All set?
Good. Hey, do I need to tell you everything I bought? I bought Ian because I just bought a bunch of stuff while we were going over it.
Yeah. If you want, you can just type it in the chat.
I kind of opened it in like my stuff. Oh, and I need one other thing. Where are the rations?
I'm just going to deduct an extra 10 silver for that bag of salt.
Yeah, I think a salt. I don't know. I found a recommended price of about a silver piece per pound.
Oh, okay. So then not 10 silver.
No.
All right, standard rations should do it. So,
well, unless I bought
raw standard rations.
a pound of it, and I'm just taking a bag with me. Just leave the rest at the house.
Oh, let me check something out here real quick. Salt price. Let's see if it comes up. Whoa. There's a salt tax revolt currently going on in the Spanish province. It goes on for 3 years. Holy shit.
Wow.
Now.
How long is it going to take us to get there?
Like I said, like a day if you walk on horses.
Oh,
half
okay.
a day.
Okay. All right. I should only need I'll get 2 standard rations just in case. And that's enough to not go over.
Would it be feasible to take a gold coin and break it up into pieces to use for like a shot inside a pistol?
Did you say it? Hold on a second.
I don't think so.
All right. Mute yourselves when you're not talking, guys, because couldn't hear what Rob said. What did you say, Rob?
I said, would it be feasible to take a silver piece and somehow break it up and use it as shot in a pistol? Kind of like buckshot.
Not necessarily like that, no. But you can. I think there's a way of getting like silver rounds.
You can buy them for a silver.
You can buy what?
You can buy scatter shot for 1 silver.
Right. But he's talking about actual silver shot. It'd be more expensive, but yeah. Why are you superstitious? You think you want to have silver bullets?
Sure.
How many do you want to have?
Not bullets, but I would rather have it as shot. Like a
Scatter shot?
Yes.
So scatter shot is, what did you say, 1 silver, right, per shot? So for silver scatter shot, I'm going to call it 10 silver per shot.
Okay, I would like to have 5 rounds of that thing.
So that'll cost
Yes,
you 50 silver pieces, and you can write down you've got 5 rounds of silver scatter shot.
Okie dokie.
You might just want to keep in mind that like each scatter shot is one encumbrance, and also it takes a long time to reload. So
Well, if he needs it, he has it. So
yeah.
does it take a long time to reload? I don't remember.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes a long time to reload a gun.
Oh yeah, guns take a long time to reload. Yeah, I thought you meant scatter shot takes longer, particularly. Sorry.
Oh no. Just guns in particular take a long time to reload. I
Okay.
can't remember how long my reload time is.
I can figure it out pretty easily. Cole is a fighter, right? He has no dexterity modifier. Is his gun a flintlock?
Yeah, his pistol.
So then it would take him 4 rounds to reload.
Can you
He
figure?
can fire once every 5.
Can you figure Rachel's out real quick?
What's your dexterity modifier?
My Dex mod is a -1.
Okay, and you have a flintlock as well.
Yeah, I'm a level 6 fighter.
Level won't come into it.
Okay.
I think I just need to see if it's rounded up or rounded down.
Just rounded down for fighters.
Is it?
Only for
Right.
fighter.
So if that's true, then that would take you 3 rounds to reload.
Wow. Really?
Yep, has reload times. Fighters run down, all others run up. Thank you. Very good. Yep, so 3 rounds to reload for you. So you can fire once every 4 rounds, whereas he fires once every 5 rounds because of the dexterity difference.
Nice. No, my Dex is a -1, so that should take me.
Oh, it takes you longer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's every 4 rounds still for you. Because
Yeah.
your base would be 9 divided by 2 would be 4.5, round down to 4.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, -1. That makes sense. I was thinking -1 round, but yeah, -1 dexterity. Yeah. So you also you have the same rate of fire as him then. All right.
I'm sorry. It takes 4 rounds to reload, like a solid
Yeah.
4 rounds.
You fire 1 round and then reload, 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 and you can fire again. So you can fire on round 1. If you're reloading, then the next time you get to fire is on round 6.
And those also have to be consecutive, right? So, like, if you get disturbed on the last reload, you have to like start all over, right?
That's probably a pretty fair rule, yeah. Because like if you get halfway through loading and then all of a sudden you have to dodge an attack, yeah, you're probably gonna have to start over.
I'm pretty sure that's what the book says. Like, if you get attacked or something while you're reloading, like you have to start all over again. That's why I carry like 2 pistols and 1 scatter shot.
That's why really pistols are just a one use item.
Yep.
Pretty much per fight. So yeah. Unless you happen to be at range and like, you have plenty of time to reload.
Yeah.
Sniping.
Usually don't. I mean, this is why bayonets were eventually, added to weapons. People started using their like rifles as clubs.
Yeah, there's rules for that in this game for sure.
But I don't think they would have had rifles yet because rifles didn't come around till like the 1700s or so when everyone started using guns.
They have muskets, so yeah, they do.
I'm sorry, I meant bayonets. I was thinking bayonet.
Right, yeah. No, not bayonet. So
The very first
pistols, you
bayonets
got
were actually just
the
like
arquebus, which is like a rifle. You got muskets. Yeah. So
the very first
Okay.
bayonets were just like knives, and they just put them in the end of the barrel.
yeah, they just plug the barrel. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it was called a plug bayonet. Um, so yeah, and then ring bayonets were the ones that went, attached.
Yeah, those were the ones that they quickly became like one of the most popular.
Yeah, because it could still fire with the bayonet attached. That is true. I don't know why I know that, but I learned that somewhere, probably from playing this game.
Yeah, I watched a document like an hour-long documentary on the history of guns not too long ago, because like it was mostly about this era of guns, and I wanted to be historically accurate and everything.
Cool. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to prepare? You get your spells prepared, Antonio?
I have. I just put them in chat.
Cool.
I made one little
So I'm
change.
guessing you guys are probably planning to leave on the 16th.
You know what? Before we leave, I should probably get another handgun. The pistol, whatever.
You want to buy another pistol? Sure. What are you
Yeah.
looking for? A flintlock?
The best one.
The best one.
Yeah.
Well,
I have
the
a
best
wheellock
one.
one, but I don't know if there's anything better than that.
I'll tell you in a second here.
Okay, you should probably come to Rachel for this because because you're about to get ripped off really bad.
Now the wheel lock. The advantages of the wheel lock is it's not really affected in any adverse way by environmental conditions, like a flintlock would be, um, or a matchlock. That's really the only major advantage to it. The flintlock.
I
Um,
already got a wheellock pistol, so I might as well get another one.
the flintlock. The flintlock has half the reload time. Oh, wait a minute. No additional misfire chances. So what's the standard? Sorry, yeah. The flintlock is probably your most the most advanced in a sense. It is can be affected by environment, like if it's damp or wet or something, but um, it's got the least chance of a misfire in standard normal dry conditions anyway. And it also takes half the time to reload.
They're also not going to blow up in your hand. Like the only kind of misfire that they'll do is a flash in the pan, which just basically means it just didn't fire.
Yeah, I'll take one of those. That sounds pretty good.
Okay, so you're looking for a pistol, you said?
Yeah.
So the base cost for the pistol,
Might also consider getting it rifled for more accuracy.
25. Now, getting it flintlocked is going to bring it up to 37.5 silver pieces. If you also want to get it rifled, that's going to double the price. So you're going to be up to what's 37.5 times 2? 75, right? Yeah, 75 silver pieces. That also increases the reloading time if you're rifled. Are your guns rifled, Rachel?
All of my guns are rifled, yes.
Oh, and what did I say your reload time was? 4?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually 6. Rifle takes longer to reload.
Oh, okay. I knew it was a little longer. I didn't know why that.
So what do you want there? Do you want it rifled? Do you want it?
Yeah, I got a rifle.
Okay. So the rifling just means the way the barrel is made. It's not like an actual rifle. That's an
Yeah.
arquebus. But
Can I
the
do that
rifled
with
barrel.
my wheellock gun also, or no?
You probably could get the barrel changed on it in a sense. Yeah. Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I might as well.
The Pulling, what that does is game sense is like the distances. Like at a medium range, it's like a -4, and at long it's a -8. But with the rifle, it cuts that in half, so it's a -2, -4.
That's crazy.
Actually, rifling eliminates the increased range penalties.
Oh, it just didn't. Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Yep.
I thought it was half.
Eliminates the increased range penalties of firearms. Oh, eliminates the increased range penalties. So yeah, okay. Because normally range penalties are what? Is it normally worse for firearms than it is for? That's an interesting way it's phrased. Increases.
I'm pretty sure it is. Let me.
Yeah. So rifles do -4, -8 at range. What about normal, like bows and stuff? Normal range
I want
weapons.
to say those are -1, -2. I want to say,
It might
but
be -2, -4.
okay.
So in that case, then you would have been right. Actually, in a roundabout way, it would be. Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. So it's not phrased that way, but that is what it means. So the range increments
Oh,
would go to -2 and -4 instead of -4 and -8. Yep.
under firearm, Ian, like under that little block of text, it
Mhm.
says targets at medium or -4 to hit, -8 to hit at long range. Rifle
Yes.
barrels half the range penalties, but cost
Oh,
twice.
okay. Right. Okay. See,
That's where I
there you
was
go.
getting the half.
Yep. Makes sense. So if you want a rifled flintlock pistol, that's going to cost you 75 silver pieces. What's your dexterity? You're a specialist, right?
17.
So you have a +2 to your dex modifier. So, and you're a specialist, you start off at 10. +2 for the dexterity modifier brings it down to 8. Halved for the flintlocks, 4, but then times 1.5. So it's up to 6. Yeah, your reload time is 6 on that flintlocked, um, the flintlock rifled barrel. And your wheel lock with the rifled barrel. So standard reload time is 10, -2 makes it 8. Is not a flintlock. Yeah, but it is rifled. So your reload time on the wheel lock is 12.
So you,
Okay. Probably a good idea to keep track of reload times for each of your guns individually if you have some that are rifled, some that are flintlock, some that are wheel locked, etc. So, okay. Anything else? No?
I'm good to go.
Is the reload time the same for like arquebus and pistols? Is
Yes.
flintlock and rifle?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Okay. Let's take a quick little bio break, a couple minutes, and then we will go on with the adventure. Actually, I'll just leave my mic unmuted. I'm not like going to the restroom or anything like that. So,
Technically, I should just leave my arquebus unrifled because I only ever use it for scatter shot. So I mean, it's basically a shotgun. I technically don't need a rifled barrel for it.
you already have the barrel rifled?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd need to get a new one.
So it's fun. Which,
Which reminds me, I got to figure out how much.
I'm sure scatter shot would actually wear that down over time. Probably be.
I forgot to charge him for rifling his wheel lock. I'll figure it out right now while we're on break. Okay. Okay. I got to figure it out.
Nice. Oh, let me make that. Do you want me to tell you the stuff I got while we're on break, real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Wasn't anything too bad. Let's see. I bought two things of scatter shot. I bought a pouch. I bought a crowbar. I was given that firebomb. I bought a grappling hook with 50 foot of rope, a lantern, a shovel, a tinderbox, water gun. That's going to be the stuff I carry in my backpack. And then on my horse and the saddlebags, I have
Wait.
fishing gear,
What was the last thing you said? A water what?
water skin.
A water skin. I swear you said water gun.
I might have said water gun.
I was like, a water gun? What?
Water skin. And then on the horse and the saddles, I also have fishing gear, oil flask, and 2 standard rations.
Cool. Good stuff.
I'm sorry, and I also bought a whistle because I figured with my mastiff, if he gets too far away, he probably would react to like coming back to the whistle.
Makes sense. It's a good thing to have just in case he runs off after something.
Mm-hmm. I might also be able to calm my horse with it. Never know. Could just be like a dog whistle, though. I guess horses could probably still hear dog whistles.
I don't honestly know. Maybe.
And then they even have had dog whistles back then. I'm guessing it's just a regular whistle, so it's a brass
Yeah.
whistle. But they had pipe whistles back then, I believe. It doesn't encumber, so I'm just going to say I wear it around my neck like a necklace, basically. And that's also why I forgot I bought it, because
horses can indeed hear dog whistles.
Oh, cool. So maybe I could call my war horse with it.
Like I said, though, it's probably just a pretty.
Yeah, it's just a regular whistle. Like a pipe whistle.
Okay, so once Jose is back, I think we'll be ready to go. I don't imagine Rob left us.
Bro.
You there, Rob? Are you there, Rob?
Yeah, if you're there, you're muted.
I have the ability to mute him. Can I unmute him? No, I cannot. You can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's like that. That makes sense. But well, we'll wait for Rob to get back and then we'll carry on.
I still have that scroll case. So, we might actually also want to consider buying a map of the region or something. Could we buy like a map of like this region with like the local cities and such?
Yeah, you probably could. Don't think it's really necessary for
Okay.
what you're doing right now.
We need a photographer. Make our own maps. Make money off of them. Hire as a guide.
I'm here, Ian.
Okay, cool. Just wasn't getting any reply. I wanted to make sure we were there before we carried on.
Yeah, I just had the volume turned down a little bit while you're on break, so I just
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Well, we will resume now. So, camera back on.
Okay. Cool. How much would it cost again to get my crap professionally packed so that it weighs less to encumbrance? I forgot exactly how that even works. I got to look it up again.
Oh Christ! Yeah, don't
I'm
do
sorry.
it. You have to pay a Teamster, I think, right?
Teamster. Okay. Yes.
What's the effect? It reduces the encumbrance by like what, 1 or 2 items?
Something like that. Alleviates the pack animal's encumbrance and lessens the chance of vehicle breakdown while traveling. But I can't find the exact.
Yeah, it might actually affect your personal packs.
May not. Okay, forget it.
Okay, cool. So, traveling by horse. I presume you're leaving on the 16th, the Tuesday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It might be under movement.
On the morning of the 16th. So, if you left in the morning and you're on your horses, you'd be there early afternoon. You'd arrive. Um, and again, like I said, it's mostly farmland. You'll see, farmhouses here and there. Um, there is a village. We'll say the village is about a mile. Say the village is about a mile to the kind of northwest of the tower. The village itself is right up on the sea. So yeah, this tower is situated in the middle of a hilly region. As you're approaching it, you get a good look. Hold on a second. Let me mute you. Thank you. The tower itself is about 80 feet tall. Looks to be made of solid stone blocks with no visible windows. There is a set of stairs leading from the ground level up to the double entry doors of the tower. So basically from the ground right up to the entry doors of the tower. The top section of the tower resembles a globe, with the top half of the globe made of layered metal plates. Around the rim, where the metal top half meets the stone bottom half, is a ring of steel spikes that stick up from the stone lip. There are 4 40-foot tall solid steel spikes jutting from the ground around the tower, based equidistantly about 50 feet from the base of the tower. They all lean inward toward a point about 40 feet directly over the center of the top of the tower. Just like the direction they're pointing. From the base of the spikes to the tower itself, so that 50-foot radius around the outside of the tower, the land is a blasted miniature wasteland. Outside the area of the spikes, the ground is rocky and grassy, kind of a normal hilly region. But inside, the terrain more closely resembles the surface of the moon for our purposes. The ground is colorless, loose, and ashy. The entire, yeah. So, let me see here. What else can I tell you? Yeah, that's what you see at the moment, anyway, from where you are. It's like I said, it is the kind of early afternoon, say like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there is like stormy looking clouds gathered around right above the tower itself, and outside of those clouds, it's also pretty. It's almost blends in perfectly with the rest of the weather because it is now starting to rain. It's pretty dark clouds in general, as it were. But the clouds over the tower, that kind of 50-foot radius around the outside of the tower itself. What is the width of the tower? Actually, I can tell you right now. The tower itself has about a 30-foot diameter. So with 30-foot diameter plus the 50-foot, the whole area essentially you're looking at like a 65-foot radius or a 130-foot diameter to the whole grounds, as it were. So the area directly above that, the clouds are particularly menacing looking, even darker than the other rain clouds around. And you see like little licks of lightning in amongst those clouds.
Antonio, can you use your spyglass to see if you can get a closer look at that tower, see if you can
Indeed.
anything else from here.
Every few seconds, the sky comes alive as lightning strikes the spikes, both those coming from the ground and those coming from the stone lip at the top of the tower. The lightning doesn't touch the dome itself, however. You're going to look around with your spyglass?
Yeah.
So you guys came from the south. And the entrance is at the south as well, conveniently. Yeah, I won't make you roll. Off to the west of the tower itself, within the area, you see looks to be an animal-eaten corpse. Looking through your spyglass, you can see that next to it there is a rope and grapple, but the hooks of the grapple look to be twisted and bent. There's a backpack and a few sacks, but they look to be torn. There's also a sword. You can see a sword hilt at its belt. You're not knowledgeable about underworld figures, are you, Antonio? Not really, no.
Underworld figures? Probably not.
Cool.
Where is it in relation to the spikes on the ground?
Let's pull up my map here. It is basically right in between the two spikes, on the left. So the spikes are at kind of like the northeast, northwest, southwest, southeast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like right between the northwest and southwest spikes in the ground.
Okay.
And just kind of at the edge, just within the edge of the ashen area.
Okay. So, surrounded by a constant storm of lightning, they said.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Like I
spike.
said, every few seconds you see lightning strike one of the spikes, either one of the ones from the roof or one of the ones from the ground.
I wonder something. Let me look at my equipment here. Okay, I will pick up a rock and just kind of hurl it between two of the spikes and see what happens.
Okay. The rock just bounces through the ash, kicks up a little ash, does, and then stops bouncing.
Okay. Interesting.
How long are you watching?
Well, if it just bounces through with nothing going on, then I have another idea. Cole, did you bring your rope with you?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah."
I know. No, I'm just
Okay,
kind of
sorry.
like thinking.
I
I heard him. Well, the rock did nothing, but I suspect that passing between these spikes is not going to be a pleasant experience for anyone who does so.
And as you're thinking this, then you see one bolt of lightning kind of strikes down at the ground between the the northeast and southeast poles, kind of like maybe halfway between them and the tower itself.
Okay. This whole area then. How will we get in there? I mean, look at the doors. What are the doors made of?
After you've been watching for a couple of minutes,
Yeah, what are the doors made of?
The doors. What are the doors made of? It's double iron doors, large.
Okay.
Maybe
Watch.
with our own entrance.
It could be. Maybe there is another entrance. Maybe though there's also. Well, wait for another strike of lightning while I'm watching the doors
Mm-hmm.
to see if anything odd happens with them when the lightning strikes.
Okay. There's another lightning strike. This one falls actually kind of on the other side of the tower. But definitely it's not on either of the spikes, which you can see plainly. So you assume it hit the ground behind the tower.
Okay.
The doors, looking at the doors, you don't see anything change with the doors, no. Looking through your spyglass, you can see the doors have serpent-shaped handle on each,
Mm-hmm.
and they each also has a large round knocker.
Hmm.
What knockers? Oh, thank you, Doctor.
I had an idea that we could try and like lasso one of the spikes and then use the horses to drag it out of the ground.
Well, the spikes, they're really big. They're like jutting 40 feet up out of the ground.
Oh, geez. Huh. Okay, then.
They're half as tall as the tower, but they're angled, so
Okay.
they're not really, but you know what I mean. They're
Yeah. Let's
they're
ride
half
around
as
the
long as
outside of the
tower's
tower
tall.
then and see if there's any other entrance.
Okay. Lightning continues to strike the rods and at the top and the ground.
Was there any
As
kind
you
of
kind
like
of ride around, you don't see any other entrances.
okay. Get back towards where the side where the doors are at, and then look for some kind of pedestal or something outside of the fence area. That's what I'm going to call it.
Like a rock to stand on or something. Sure, you could find
Or,
something.
well, no, like a pedestal where like someone would like say put their hand on it to turn off the lightning or some man-made object.
Oh no, you find
Man,
nothing of the sort.
pressure plate.
Maybe something, but
I mean,
something.
it's
I
rocky
have
terrain, hilly
a quick
terrain.
question. If I search through with the telescope thing, can I use my search to see if I can see anything in the building, like to get through, or like something that would seem off to me, or not really?
No, search doesn't really work that way. Search is more tactile. You're checking, you're feeling. It's not just looking at stuff.
You got to.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you want, you can look through his spyglass anyway, just to see if you pick up anything that he
Sure.
doesn't.
I'll head it over.
Yeah, I'll take another look. Just look like at the building itself, like closer, see if I something seems odd. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's got each door has a handle, has its own handle, and each door also has its own knocker. The corpse, you get a look at the corpse, and you recognize the body. You recognize this man. He obviously hasn't been dead for too long because he's not too terribly decayed. He is a famous thief known as Di Lorenzo. He's a Spanish thief, actually, who you had heard was somewhere in the Amsterdam area recently, but apparently you've found him. He's not looking too good.
I think he would like mutter to himself like, "I knew that bastard would run out of luck eventually."
It would seem that he has.
And then I would look at Antonio and I would be like, that guy, I heard stories of him before. I actually met him before once, but
Oh.
he's supposed to be a really, really good thief. Like he could steal anything.
Well, apparently he couldn't steal life back from death.
How far is the pouch from the, how far in the circle is the pouch or the
Pouch.
backpack?
Oh,
The-
not far at all, like a few feet.
So I could take, say, the rope or the end of something and reach out and pull it.
Yeah, you get grapple at the end of the rope, right?
Okay. I'll give it a shot. Keeping my hands on, the rope.
Lightning, as you're thinking about this, lightning strikes the ground maybe 15 feet in front of you within the ashen circle.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm going to start timing the lightning.
Yeah, do that for me. That's a good idea. You got the brains.
Okay. So you go over, you're going to use your grapple and try to hook the backpack and pull it towards you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's easily done.
Okay.
You get it in one or two throws. Yeah, the backpack is also torn and it seems to be empty.
Okay. How difficult would it be to hook the body and pull it back over here? Is there anything on it that it could hook against?
You might be able to catch his clothing or something. You know. I mean, he looks pretty ripe. You might actually even be able to pierce his flesh with that grappling hook if you hit it right.
Oh, not bad. Okay, well, maybe not then. Uh, yeah, let's do it. I'll give it a try. Might as well.
Sure. Give me an attack roll. Called a range attack.
And what would I roll on that? You
You're
said
rolling
oh,
a d20,
okay, sorry.
and
Didn't
whatever your
understand.
range attack says on your character sheet.
Okay, hold on a minute. D20. Here we go. Okay, I rolled a 3.
Okay. First time you throw it, you miss.
Yeah.
You catch one of the sacks and pull it. It tears more as you pull it. There's nothing in it. Roll again.
4. No, never yet. No, not working.
Okay. Nope.
Try one more try.
Sure. Go ahead.
No, just an 8.
An 8, and you're at
Yeah.
a +6.
Pull up my character sheet and see.
I think you're +6 for ranged.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a 14 total. Yeah, that'll get him. Boom. Okay. Yeah, it does. It punches through and hooks on his ribs.
Okay. Give it the old hee ho and pull him
Yeah, you
over.
start pulling him over. Yeah, you pull him over and you drag him out of the ashy circle and check him out there. He's you can see that he has a lot of broken bones. And like I said, he stinks. He's pretty ripe. You know, he's probably been dead for a few days. You figure.
Broken bones like he fell a great height.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, there is, and also there is the rope and grapple with the twisted, all the twisted, teeth or whatever they call it on the grappling hook. The hooks,
look
they're all twisted and bent.
up in that area along that stone thing for like a scorch mark.
On the tower.
Yeah, from where he
Nope,
was
you don't
trying
see
to
any.
climb. Nothing. Okay.
No.
Keep timing the lightning.
There's another strike.
Rachel,
Hits the ground. Hits the ground not too far from where his corpse was, actually, like maybe 5 feet from where the corpse was before. But it's been
Rachel would like
a couple of minutes. Go ahead, Rachel.
sorry. Rachel would like his body as well. She would like to see if there are any kind of wounds from, say, a blade or a gun or something.
No.
Being a soldier and stuff, it might
Nope.
be okay.
You don't find any sign of any type of wounds.
Any items on him?
No.
Nothing.
Just his clothes and his ripped sacks and backpack, and you see the rope and twisted grapple over there. That's about all you see.
Nothing in his packs or anything like a map or any kind of information, maybe?
No, I mean you pretty much draw the conclusion. It looks like somebody else has found him before you did and already looted his corpse.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Because if it's animals, it just came and ripped over the back. They'd probably just take the food and stuff. There'd probably still be other stuff left behind,
Look through the dust for footprints coming in and out of the tower.
You don't see any.
Okay. Have I been able? Well, keep timing the lightning.
Okay. Next lightning strike hits 4 minutes after the last one.
Okay, is that consistent with the two before?
No.
Okay.
The last one was only 2-minute interval.
So 2 to 4 minutes between lightning strikes so far. Give it another 10 minutes.
Another 10 minutes. 1 minute later, there's another strike. And then 3 minutes later is the next strike. 3 minutes after that, there's yet another strike. 2 minutes after that, there's another strike. So you get 4 strikes in that 10 minutes. At
So
1 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute, and 2 minute intervals.
So there's at least a minute between lightning strikes, it seems.
Those are just the strikes that hit the ground.
Right.
Like there's certain strikes every few
there-
seconds hitting the different rods.
Oh,
As I've said, like either the rods coming from the ground or
And-
the spikes coming from the lip of the tower, the roof.
And you said there's only the tower in the area, like there's no sheds or anything like that?
No other buildings. There's a village about a mile kind of northwest of here. You haven't been to that village yet. You just know it exists because you were at the maps, looking at the maps earlier.
Any footprints that are up to the basically let's call it the ring of death that surrounds
No.
that. Where his body was there any footprints leading up to that general area?
Oh, you mean like in the ground, like trying to do some tracking?
Yeah.
Sure. What's your what's the name of skill? Bushcraft skill.
Bushcraft.
Bushcraft.
Yeah. Let's find that character sheet again. Don't remember having.
You're a fighter, right? It's one.
Yeah. Yes.
Nope, you don't find any tracks.
Okay.
Can I try roll and see? Well, actually, I'm not by them. Am I?
I'll roll for you. What's your bushcraft?
1.
Yep, you don't find anything either. No tracks, but it's hard to tell. It's rocky and pretty rocky terrain. You don't even find your own tracks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I imagine he was trying to climb the tower, and he was struck by the lightning and knocked off it. Or the lightning struck his hook and knocked him off it.
I'd say we wait for the next lightning strike, and then we all, run for the door. We'll keep the horses tied
next
up.
lightning strike happens 2 minutes later.
Why
You
don't
keep the horses.
Why don't you let me go
I was
for the
talking.
door in case the door is locked? I can try to open it.
Okay, sounds good. So after the next lightning strike, you can go. Is there a place where we can tie up our horses out here?
What, like a tree or something?
Anything, anywhere we can keep our horses for now.
No. I mean, you can. I don't know. Does anybody have a spike? Drive a spike into the ground and tie them to that.
I have
Shit, I don't have one.
on my that I have on my horse. I'll take it off and ram it into the ground as hard as possible, and they can be tied to that.
We could
So
head down to that village. We know, just get stabling for the day. We're not going to need our horses here.
It's only a
It
mile
looks like.
away. You could.
It's probably going to be better than leaving them out in the open where people could come and take them.
True.
Because
You could take your horses there, and you could walk back here in less than an hour.
That's not a bad idea. I think we should do that.
Cool. You can do that. When you come back, it's raining. You're all soaking wet.
how much
from
is
the
stabling going to cost us for a day?
It's just a village. So basically, you find some. There isn't like a public stables or anything of that sort, but you can find a farmer, on the edge of the village who will let you keep them in his stable. The 4 of them, he'll do it for 2 silver total for 4 horses.
All right, I'll give him 5 silver.
What do you folks? What brings you up here?
We just heard some, rumors about the land. Thought we would do some, surveying and whatnot.
Well, the land's not very interesting, but the fishing is good.
I do like my fishing, and I'm going to tap the saddle and I have on Ipana, and that has the fishing gear. I mean, like I'll lift it so you can see the fishing gear.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, very good.
If what you say is true, maybe I'll build myself a lake house out here.
Can you see the tower from here? Like the lightning flashes and all that?
From a mile away, I guess you probably could. Yeah. Yeah, you probably could.
This,
He'll see you looking in that direction and say, well, "Whatever you do, don't go there."
oh, what is all that strange flashing?
Oh, that's the tower. Ravelon's tower.
Ravalon. Well, that sounds like a weak name.
Well, that tower, that lightning you see there, 365 days a year, never stops.
Good lord. Does no one ever go there?
To the wizard's tower? Why would anyone go there?
Wizard's Tower. Oof, and I shudder.
Nothing good can come from trucking with demons and the sort.
Indeed. Oof, how foul.
Even the witch hunters, last time they came through here about 3 years ago, didn't go there. They decided to leave it be.
Yeah.
Anyway, no one's seen him in my lifetime, but everyone knows he lives there.
Fascinating.
Well, superstitious or not, I suppose we'll stay away from there. Fun is a good fishing hole.
Sounds like a good idea, my lady.
All right. Well, good luck.
All right, let's leave the village by a different direction and then walk.
Oh wait,
around.
you forgot your gear.
Well, we're going to do some surveying first. Like I said, looking for a place to maybe build a log cabin. So I'll be back for it. And
All right.
sure.
Are you leaving your dog there too, or are you taking him with you?
Oh no. Cerberus is certainly by my side.
Okay.
I just haven't mentioned him yet because I haven't had a reason to so far. But I'll remember him. Don't worry. I'm not going to be like most of the players that they have an animal and they completely forget they ever have it.
Okay. All right. So you guys leave the village. You head back to the tower, I imagine, right? Straight
Mhm.
away. By that time, it's maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. So once we get to the tower, we'll wait for a flash.
Yep.
And Andres,
Are you
you'll run
prepared
up,
to run?
see if you can see if the door is unlocked.
Andres goes running up the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the lightning strike. That way he has at least a minute.
Says who?
Hopefully.
Says our careful research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He runs up.
All of our
first.
careful research
He
is about
doesn't
to
get
go
struck
from
by lightning
flames.
or anything. You get there. So, like I said, it's a set of double large iron doors. Each door has a serpent-shaped handle and a large knocker. What do you want to do?
Can I push see if I can open the thing?
You try to push and it doesn't budge.
Is there any hole thingy where a key would go?
No.
Guess I'll knock.
Okay. You reach up and use one of the knockers, and a gigantic metallic bong rings out, echoing throughout the neighboring hills. You reckon they probably heard that in the village. The
Yeah,
doors immediately begin to open by themselves.
Holy shit.
you see
I,
Rachel in the distance just
It's
face
dark
palm.
inside.
well, since it's dark, I want to stealth right next to the door. Like I want to inch
Just
in
you could
slowly and
go
just.
inside
No,
from the
I'm not
door.
gonna go all the way in. I'm gonna go in like enough to like cover me, and then just stand there for a bit and listen.
Okay, well, it's light outside. It's dark inside. Imagine if you're standing in front of the door, you're going to be pretty noticeable. So you want to move off to the side a little bit, I imagine, yeah?
Yeah.
get into the shadows. Okay. And what? You're just gonna listen.
Yeah, I want to listen to see if I hear any footsteps or anything. Last thing I need is to open this door and then
So you
someone.
guys see him slip inside. And yeah, nothing. You don't hear anything. Nothing happens.
Okay, I'll wait to hear like some lightning hitting and thunder, whatever, and then I'll run back to them.
Okay, you're going back across.
Yeah,
The
but
doors remain open. Oh,
while I'm doing
let's see.
that,
As you go running across,
yeah.
the doors close
Hmm.
after you leave, right behind you.
Well, that's interesting.
I guess we all go in together.
Good job, Andres. I'm sure only half the continent. I'm sure only half the country heard you use the knocker.
Oh, yeah, I got the door open. Sitting here.
Did you try the handle first?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You just pushed on the door.
Well, I mean, I that's what I meant by like trying to open the door, pushing or whatever.
No, you didn't. You said you pushed on the door. You didn't try the handle at all.
Well, I'll try the handle myself.
You said I pushed
No.
on the door. I would have rolled the same way.
Exactly. So you guys are all walking back across, up the stairs, up to the doors.
Yes.
Okay.
Rachel will reach out and just grab the handle, see if she can open it.
Rachel reaches up, grabs the handle.
Yep, and the turns into a snake and bites her.
It does indeed. Yeah, the snake animates and bites you.
I knew it.
I need a save throw for poison, please.
Nice. It doesn't even have to try and hit me. It just automatically hits me.
Let me read this again real quick. Hold on a second. Anyone using the handle to try to open the door will find themselves bitten as the handle comes alive. You must make a saving throw versus poison.
Great. Okay, well, let's see. It was nice knowing all you. It was nice adventuring with you.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that I'm an idiot. So
I rolled a 12, so I'm actually good. 12 over 10.
Yeah. Okay. You don't die.
Ah, motherfucking snake.
And the door does not open.
Can I quickly catch the snake?
Hmm?
Can I catch the snake? It bit me. Can I, grab it?
It's starting to change back into a handle again. You can try to grab it again?
Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought, while it was a snake, I might could grab it.
Nope. It just kind of animates, bites you, and then it's shifting back into a handle.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like a serpent, of course, but it's just becoming inanimate again. Looks like.
All right.
You can try to grab it though if you want, before it does.
No, I'm good. Well, Antonio, there you go. It's magic. You happy?
I'm not the one who go in and grab strange objects after I warned against such things.
Well, I wanted to see if there was a better way to open the door than to just let everyone know we're here. But obviously there isn't.
I'll reach up and knock on the door. Not the knocker.
Echoes throughout the hills. And the door's open. And you're looking into a dark room.
I'll step in and light my lantern.
Okay. So you find yourself in a foyer, or a foyer, if you prefer. There are two short coffee tables, one each against an east and west wall, and each one of these is flanked by two chairs. The room is completely clean, tidy. There's no dust, no dirt anywhere to be found. The room is approximately 15 feet wide and 15 feet across. And it's square. Well, it has a rounded, of course, edge, but it's the other three walls are flat.
There is magic that keeps these rooms clean like this, I suppose.
Oh, indeed. I don't know the
There is there's the double doors, of course, behind you that leads back out on the south wall. On the west wall, on the north end of it, there's another door. And on the north wall, on the east end of that, there's another door.
Okay,
So
can you
that
give me
door
a
leads
second?
north.
I need to get on my notepad so I can. I need to get out my sketchbook so I can draw this. I'm one of those people that I have to draw it. I have to be able to see it. To be able to figure out what's going on. So,
As you wish.
So since
so I might need you to describe it one more.
whoever is in here
Okay.
does anything,
So you said it's 15.
Hold on a second. Let Jose say what he's saying. What?
since we knocked on the door and it made all that noise, and if there's anything in here that it knows that we're in here, every time we go down a hallway, I'm gonna throw one of the stones down and then listen to see if I hear anything other than the rock. That is
There's no hallway that you see.
not right now. I'm saying when we get to one.
Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can do something like this without giving away too much. Yeah.
Okay. So you said we enter. And how big is the area we enter?
There you go. It's each of the squares is 5 feet, so about 15 feet wide, about 15 feet across, and you can see all the doors there. You see the coffee tables and the chairs as well. Okay. So
Is there anything on the tables?
no,
And the doors are just regular doors.
yep, wooden doors. Let me see here. See if there's anything it says about these doors. Yep, nope, they're not. They're just regular doors. They're like wooden doors with you know regular kind of handles on them. Oops, wrong button.
It's a double door we just came through. Got it. Okay. So
Oops, sorry, I muted you in the middle of you talking there. Apologies. So what?
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Feel free to mute me
thing did not work.
whenever you need to. Um, and thank you for that map. So now it makes it easier to figure out what I'm doing and everything. I'm also gonna keep drawing it just so we'll have a complete map later.
You got it.
Nothing. Are there any pictures or anything in here? Any kind of like
Nope. I've described everything that's in here.
right. I just don't understand why these nobles hate magic so much. Magic can keep their houses so spectacularly clean. Well, what do you guys think? You want to, Andres? You're our thief here. Which way should we go?
She called you a thief.
I know, man. The audacity! How dare you? I'm a professional locksmith. Are those little
I
squares
apologize.
on the black lines like doors or what?
Yeah, those are the doors.
Um, I'm a right side kind of guy, so I'm gonna start heading towards the right door.
The one on the north wall,
Yeah.
northeast. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna try and open my senses for any kind of like magic, if that's a thing that mages can do.
You can at least role play, right?
Yeah.
And would I be able to use my search skills now, or?
Yeah. What do you want to search for?
I don't know, something out of place, like maybe like the wolf being off or something, because like everybody knows wizards have like secret like.
Yeah, if you want to start searching, you can search each 10-foot or each. Yeah, you can search a 10-foot square, right? It takes 10 minutes per 10-foot square.
Well, I'll search the door area first, and then I'll move along while everybody's doing their thing.
So is it happening when nobody is anybody going through a door while he does that, or are you just waiting?
Yeah, and if
No,
he's
I
going
am.
to take time to like stand around and search it, and I'm just going to go to the east. I mean, to the west.
My thinking is that we might as well be careful because last thing we need to do is end up barbecue like that other guy.
Okay, so you're gonna search both door
Come on,
areas.
Cerberus. This clown
Yeah.
wants to take for.
Search the top right door, and then I'll just keep searching that wall.
So while you're searching that one, Rachel gets impatient and goes through the door to the west. Boom, boom, boom. In fact, I could have done more than that, but whatever. It is what it is. Oh yeah, I can do that over here. The right fucking spot. Right. Getting there.
Such a terrible.
There you go.
Cool.
So that door opens, Rachel. You don't have to make any more saving throws. Looks to be a walk-in closet.
Mm-hmm.
There are several old moth-eaten cloaks, hats, and coats in here. You probably recognize that these are pretty badly out of fashion. Something that maybe like well-to-do people in your grandparents' time would have worn.
Cerberus. Anything ill, boy? I'll get him to kind of sniff the room.
Yeah, he just kind of sniffs around. And, yeah, he doesn't seem bothered.
Just a bunch of old cloaks and whatnot in here. I don't see anything of immediate value. Rachel will she's not really going to take time to search in here, but while Andres is on that other door, she'll pull her sword out, her the falchion that she carries on upon her side, and she'll just kind of just kind of like poke and like kind of turn over one of the coats gently, just kind of poking at it, not really getting down to look, just sort of rummaging around in the pile, see if there's anything under the cloaks or something she might could see.
Nope.
Okay.
Just a bunch of moth-eaten old clothes.
All right. She puts her sword away then and walks out. I didn't see anything of value in there. We could take time to search it more thoroughly later. Locksmith. Did you have any luck with that door yet?
Has it been 10 minutes?
I don't know. How's that?
Well, I'm assuming it hasn't if she just went in and looked around the room. So, no, you haven't yet, but you're not done yet.
Give me a bit. I want to make sure that I don't get bitten like you then.
Then Rachel will go down to these tables. You said they were just tables and chairs?
Yep. They're short coffee tables and just two chairs beside each one.
Do they? I mean, do they look nice? Are they made of any kind of particularly
No,
good
they're not
wood or
fancy.
anything?
No, they
Okay.
are utilitarian.
And on both sides, they look exactly the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder why he has two sets of tables.
So the 10 minutes passes, and you. What's your search skill, Andres?
1 second. My search is. How did I wrote that? My search is 4.
Okay. Nope. You don't find anything. Seems clear.
All right, I'll open the door.
Okay. So it's going to be here. Need to be bigger. Still bigger. Oh wait, that's probably too big, but whatever. Slide that down there. Slide that down.
That's what she said.
Yeah, whatever. Get the idea? There we go. That's about right. Oh, it's not, but whatever. Good enough. There we go. So, in the center of this room is a sizable table ringed by 6 chairs. Against the east wall is a glass cabinet stocked with serving china and 4 bottles. Oh, what's that? Somebody needs to mute.
I'm sorry.
In the southwest corner, underneath the stairway, because the stairs there, if you look here, this is where they start to go up and they go around. So kind of over here under the stairs, you see a statue, this star thing here, of a Medusa embracing a king. And behind the statue, you see a stack of boxes. And that's it. So you got your table, 6 chairs, your kind of a china cabinet, as it were, statue of a Medusa embracing a king, and a pile of boxes with the stairs going round and up.
I will go back to that cloakroom
Okay.
and grab one of those cloaks.
Okay.
Come back into that dining room area, stand behind the Medusa statue, and drape the cloth over its head
Okay.
to hide its face.
Very good.
Knowing what I know about the history of the Medusa.
Paranoid much?
Oh, yes.
I don't blame you at all. I fucked that up, but whatever. Who cares?
I'm sorry. And does this whole thing make a full like circle, or to the east is it like a square?
It's flat wall on the east.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Yeah, that's what I was trying to see. Okay, all right, that's what I thought. It's kind of cool. I like that. And these stairs, they go up or down?
Up. Like starting
They
here,
go up. I
at the
see
base of
which
the
way they go
stairs,
up.
and they go up in a counterclockwise, direction. You know what? I'm so fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I could just do this.
They're going up in a counterclockwise?
Looks clockwise.
Okay. I thought they were going up the opposite way.
Counterclockwise. Okay. They're going counterclockwise. Oh.
There, I could just.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So the part at the top center of the circle is the bottom of the stairs.
As I've said 3 times now.
All right. I didn't hear it the first 2 times.
That's all right.
I was looking at it the other way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That looked clockwise.
I want an arrow for my map that I'm drawing here for my own amusement.
Yep. And up is north. Okay. The doors are on the south. The double doors, these.
Yeah.
Down here.
I mean, like, it's just weird because, like, just the way the map was drawn. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to investigate these boxes.
Ah. Okay. I'm so glad you said that. So you go over to the boxes.
Right. Just look at them first and see.
Okay.
The boxes are a
what's
sham.
What's on the east wall? Nope. Go ahead. Do him first.
Is Crystal lagging because she keeps talking over? You might be lagging or something, Chris. I think I don't know. The boxes are a sham. It's a mere mock-up. The entire pile of boxes is a single hollow shell that is easily moved. Underneath it,
Mm-hmm.
you find a hidden trap door.
Fascinating. Well, look at this.
Oh man, you took my job.
While he was looking at that, on the east wall, what's that thing? Is it like a flower pot on the wall or something?
Nope. As I said, that is it's a china cabinet basically. It's a glass cabinet stocked with serving china, and there are also
Oh,
4
nice.
bottles in there. And not since you're that close looking at it, they look to be wine bottles, 4 wine bottles.
Does there look to be any silverware in there?
Yeah, it probably is, but it's probably a whole china set. Probably comes with silverware and dishes. That makes sense.
Well, if it's an old china set, those could be. Rachel will note, like, hey, there's an
Very
old china set
delicate.
over here.
Mhm.
Yeah, we should probably grab these on the way out. Don't want to be carrying them around. I mean, China is very delicate, but nobles will pay a lot for something like that. There
Sorry,
are
I
also
thought I was muted.
some bottles of water around here. I mean, bottles of wine in here.
Mhm. Yep.
Anyone
4.
here know anything about wine?
Any connoisseurs?
No, I just usually ask for something a little pricey when I want to seem like I know what I'm talking about. I never much cared for learning those sorts of things.
Well, they have a date on them. I need to do some math here. Hold on. The date on the bottles is 1570.
Ooh, 1570. Seems a good year. Yeah, we should grab those on the way out. I don't want to weigh myself down any more while we're here. I'm weighed down enough as it is.
Indeed. It looks like we have a couple of choices. We may go up, or we can go down.
Which one you think is safer?
In a wizard's tower, nowhere. But perhaps up would lead us to whatever mechanism is creating this lightning storm, and we can maybe learn how to shut that off. But down is probably where the research took place.
Well, if the treasures are down, I say we just go up for now. Any treasures we could always, take out. Lastly, we should clear the tower first. And I would hate for someone to close that door on top of us and then.
True, and it is always easier to run downstairs than to run up.
So you're looking at going up?
Continue up the stair or down the down the stairs. Down the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs.
Up the stairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see here. Just do this.
Gosh, that's so cool. I need to get I need to get XSplit so I can learn to do this stuff.
It's a pain in the ass, I tell you. But it's pretty cool if you can make it work. Whoa, that's so big. Should not be that big. It should be how big? Roughly that big, I believe. Yep, close enough. And then just ignore this thing over here now. We'll just take that off, in fact. Oh, not that one. Wrong
I
one.
think since we're gonna take the stairs now, at this point, Andres would take one of the stones and throw it and try to bounce it off the walls going up.
Okay. It just bounces normally. Nothing happens.
Cool.
So again, now that I accidentally deleted that hallway, I'll put that hallway back. But it's not that big, of course. It's more like a little bit smaller. Yeah, something about like that. A little smaller, maybe, but yeah.
You know, you were talking about,
Now,
uh, Antonio, you were talking about having a tower in England, but while we're here, if this is vacant, no one comes here. I'm just saying, if a change of residence were to happen, perhaps nobody would notice.
Believe me, I've already had the thought.
in the center of this room are a table and 4 chairs. In the southern area of the room is a stone oven with a ventilation shaft that looks to run to the outside. Various empty cooking pots are in a cabinet next to the oven. And there is a tiny trickle of blood oozing down the southwest stairs, which lead upwards.
See,
So you guys have just come up here, okay? And there's a tiny trickle of blood coming down these stairs.
all you gotta do is
This is
clean up
the
that blood
oven,
trail.
this is the ventilation shaft, and this is the cabinet. There's a
Mhm.
hall over here with 3 doors you can see. And this is just wall. Sorry, it didn't come in very well the way I cut it, but
All you gotta do is clean up that blood trail right there. Good as
Oh,
new. Great home.
oh indeed, indeed. It's a little far from our center of operations, but
Well, it's not that far away. A day's travel. A courier could make that in no time flat. Oomph only requires that we be within, contact radius.
ooms, not oomph.
Well, sorry, Ooms.
I just think it's funny. Oomph.
Before we head up those stairs to see what made that blood trail, let us go ahead and clear the rest of this floor so nothing follows up after us.
I agree.
I'll check out the ventilation shaft then.
Yeah, it's a ventilation shaft for smoke that would come from cooking.
Ventilation, where they keep all the gold. Good thinking. Rachel's going to go to the north door.
It basically runs up and out. It goes up a little ways, and then there's an angle. You can kind of smell the air in a sense from it. It's it's too small for any of you to fit into, but Rachel wants to check what? Which door?
The north door. She'll go to the hallway and head to the north door.
Sure, she will. The north door. That's gonna be this one. Let me try to make
That's just so cool.
the right size, more or less. It's not quite. Just be a little more. Yeah, about like that. There you go. Something like that. I fucked it up, but yeah, you get the idea.
Did the tower have a flat side from the outside, or was it round all the way around?
It's round all the way around.
So there's missing area.
No, it's magic, is it not? So,
Well, not necessarily.
I saw you put
So,
an entire mercenary camp to sleep. At this point, I'm not really
Rachel,
surprised.
do you have your own source of light?
Yeah, I have. Well,
I have no
right.
lantern.
All right.
Do you have lanterns as well? You both lanterns lit? Okay.
Yeah,
So this room
sorry, I
is
should have
bare.
said so.
This room is bare aside from a ruined bed and a nightstand. There are empty shelves against the east wall. That's what that little rectangular thing is there on the east wall. Shelf.
Does the nightstand have a drawer or anything?
No.
Okay. Rachel will take her sword and she'll go over to the shelves. Does that have a door on the shelves?
No. Nope.
It's not locked. It's not a wardrobe.
Empty shelves.
Just an empty shelf. Okay.
Shelves, but yeah.
She'll take her. She'll go ahead and take her sword and push back the blankets, make sure there's no one under there.
No, nothing in the blankets. There's like a straw mattress.
Not bad. Not bad. There's a straw mattress in here. Looks
Oh,
like
I'm sorry.
a study
Shit.
area.
There is something on the nightstand. There
Oh.
is a diary. Apologies.
Tonio, there's a book in here. Seems to
Oh,
by
well,
it seems to be a diary, but I'm not going to take chance reading it. I know what you told me that one book that you made would do if I read the title, or if
indeed.
anyone other than me or you read the title, and I'm not going to take the chance. I'll let you have that.
All
Right.
right. Well, I
She'll just she's just going to guard the hallway there while Antonio looks that book.
yeah, give me a moment here. I want to check something.
You have been volunteered, Antonio.
And in the meantime, I would like with my lantern to take a look around that stair with the blood trowel and search to see if there's like some kind of trap.
Okay, I'm level 5, right? Yeah, so it's a 25% chance if there's explosive runes on this diary. All right, I'm going to, without trying to actually read anything, look at the cover of the book. See if I sense anything.
Yep, there's nothing written on the cover.
I will draw my sword and flip the cover back.
Okay. It looks like a diary.
What language is it in?
It is in English.
I don't speak English, but that's okay. I have prepared for such a situation with comprehend languages. Does it work that way, though? I'll just let you speak. Hold on, let me check on that.
I believe it just lets you understand reading or speaking. I think doesn't allow you. It doesn't allow you to speak the language. It just
Spoken
allows you to
words
understand
or
it, right?
read otherwise incomprehensible written.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
You cast it.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay. The diary is mainly a record of the day-to-day activities of one Argyle Timmins, head servant to the wizard, Sir Ravelon Calcidius. His day-to-day activities largely involved running errands for the wizard and overseeing the two lesser servants who did all of the manual work, such as the cooking and cleaning. I'll just keep track of time here. The final notes, dated 59 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
describe how the wizard had become murderous and cruel. Argyle writes of his plans to flee, and the diary ends there.
Fascinating. And sort of useless. I will, well, I'll bring it out and I'll put it on the table in the dining area there.
Okay, cool. You may.
So, the book was the diary of the butler of the mage of this tower. The last entries talk about how the maid had become vicious, murderous in a way, and he was speaking of his attempts that attempt he was going to make to escape this tower. There were apparently two other servants. I'm hazarding to say that the doors across the hall were their rooms.
Well, do you want me to check?
Please.
Rachel will go ahead and enter the west door first.
I hope if I go to the right one there. Okay, so
Oh, by the way, what's your ruling on lanterns? Like, do we have to hold them in our hands when Or like, can we put them on our side? Like, if we have them on our side and we're attacked, do they risk busting?
Oh, big time, yeah.
Okay.
You could definitely hang one off of your belt, but yeah, it's a dangerous thing. And if they burst in combat, then you will have burning oil on you and suffer
Yeah,
burn
that's
damage
what I want to avoid.
for
I
probably
know,
2 rounds.
I know different DMs do different things for that. So
So there, I've just put up the whole floor map there for the most part, so you can see the other two rooms. They both have the exact same description. This narrow sleeping cubicle has a bed at the far end and a small clothes drawer near the door. The bed is long broken down and useless, and the clothes drawer is empty. There is nothing of interest in this room.
okay, sounds good.
And that's
I
for
don't see
9
anything
and
of
10
interest
both.
in there.
hmm
Well, all right then. Oh, I should erase that spell. Well, they no longer have it.
Andres has been doing the stairs this whole time, right?
Yes, I'm sorry, Andres. So about 10 minutes have passed. So, Andres, what were you doing? You're following the blood trail up the stairs?
I was checking to see if there was any mechanisms along the stairs that would
Not
kill
that you can see.
whoever.
The blood is coming from the floor, from the level above, it seems. As far as you can
Gotcha.
see up.
Is the
Yeah.
blood
I'll
fresh?
Do you have your own source of light, Andres, or are you
yeah,
doing
I
this
have
in
a
the dark?
I have a lantern.
Okay,
Remember we
good.
all bought lanterns and oil and stuff.
Okay. The blood is trickling and oozing.
So the last entry was from almost 60 years ago. I don't think blood would remain fresh for 60 years. So whatever is up there died recently.
Well, there was that thief on the way in who seemed to have been robbed. Common sense would say that someone killed him and then robbed him. Of course.
If blood is trickling, that doesn't necessarily mean it's dead, whatever is up there.
True.
Wounded. Though we haven't heard any sounds.
Would Rachel know, like, from her experiences of war, how much, like, people typically are able to bleed before they die?
Maybe. Yeah.
Could
You'd have
I,
more experience with that than a lot of people would, yeah.
could I maybe do some kind of knowledge roll or something to see if I could determine if I think that this much blood would be enough to.
Just it doesn't look like enough, no, to necessitate death.
All right, so Rachel will say, I've seen my fair number of men
It
die.
is a tiny trickle of blood.
This is certainly not enough to kill a man. This seems barely a mortal wound, or seems barely a devastating wound. This is a trinkle, and I'll be right back. I gotta let my cat out.
Okay.
All right. So who wants to go up the stairs?
I'll go unless somebody else wants to. You know what? Yeah, I'll go.
Go on. I'll be right behind you.
Talking about that, would you mind holding my lantern like behind me?
Well, I have my own. But yeah, I'll hold it for you.
Gotcha. I want to go in with some light source, but not enough where if somebody can see me clearly.
hmm
There are no
Okay.
windows in this tower, correct?
No windows, correct. Let's see here. Let's open this one separately.
So the lanterns we have are their only source of light.
Correct. Your lanterns are your only source of light so far. So I'll just do that a little bit for now. So that's what you can see for the moment. You coming up those stairs, and there's a door at the top of the stairs, and you can't really see what's, the room. Just stairs go up to a door, and I will tell you about that door. This is a wooden door. It has a doorknob in the center of the door with a keyhole just below it. A trail of blood dribbles out of the keyhole on your side, trickling down the stairs.
Any lockpicking technique you know of, Andres?
About to find out. I want to try to pick the lock. Well, yeah, I want to do that. I don't want to touch the door now after what happened.
Yeah, you want to examine the lock?
Yes.
Okay, so as you kind of look it up, like trying to look through the keyhole, it's totally black. Even like shining the key, like trying to shine the light and direct it, it's black. Seems that the keyhole is blocked from the other side, perhaps. Nothing can be seen through the keyhole.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You can hear the sound of your knocking echo down the hall behind you, but that is it.
All right.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't think I can get this open, guys. Sorry.
seems like it's up to the woman to do the man's job.
He tried so hard though.
Yeah. Yeah, Rachel says it looks like it's up to the woman to do the man's job again. She's going to put her lantern down on the top step,
Mhm.
and she's going to pull her gun, and she will reach out and attempt to turn the knob and push the door open.
The
I'm
door
guessing.
is locked.
Well, it's locked.
Firmly locked.
Do you think you could, I don't know, try to pick it?
Oh, yeah, I thought I was trying to do that before. Yeah, I want to try to pick it if possible.
Okay, so you pull out your lock picks and start poking around, and you hear a ting, 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 ting on the other side as you knock the key out of the other side of the keyhole onto the floor inside the room beyond. Now, go ahead and give me a. I'll let you roll. What's your lockpick skill or your tinker skill?
My tinker is 5.
So roll a d6.
All right, 1 second. I got 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
Okay. You managed to pick the lock.
And then he would look at Rachel and be like, "My lady."
Yeah, Rachel has her gun. She will open the door and walk in, gun pointed out, ready to fire.
Are you all up there with her? Everybody kind of on the stairs behind, obviously not standing side by side.
Yeah, I'm about halfway down the stairs holding Antonio's lantern and Andreas's lantern.
Okay.
And my lantern, I kept on at the top step, like off sort of to the side.
Yeah,
That way,
that's fine.
less
And
chance.
where are you, Cole? Rob, where's Cole at? Is he there as well, I presume?
He's the last. He'll take up the rear.
Okay, right behind Antonio. Fair. So,
And Cerberus is going to be like sort of by my side still.
okay, as Rachel opens the door, you guys have all seen The Shining, right?
Shit. Run
You
down.
remember that scene when? Do you remember that scene when the elevator door opens up and the blood pours out? Yeah,
Oh,
something like
God.
that. There is like
No.
an explosion of blood gushes out onto the stairs, knocking. Well, you all need to make saves for paralyzation, including Fenris. I'll roll for Fenris. Not Fenris, Cerberus. You called him Fenris. Now I called him Fenris.
I had to roll
He fails.
right?
He goes tumbling down the stairs. Yeah, you want to roll equal to or higher than your save.
Whew. Just made it.
You manage to keep your feet. You're drenched in blood, but you keep your feet.
Yeah, I'll hold the lanterns, like raise them up when the blood comes pouring down.
You say equal or lower?
No, equal or higher.
Rachel fell. Rachel goes tumbling down with Cerberus.
Okay. Rachel, when you get back down to the level 2 again, you take 1 point of damage.
Ow.
Cerberus takes 3.
Ow.
So then you know I felt horribly.
Andres takes 3. Cole, did you make your save?
Yes, I did. I got a 19.
So Cole and Antonio managed to keep their feet. They still kind of end up down on the second floor, but they don't fall down in the process. They just kind of rush down so as not to get knocked over by you guys blowing down the stairs. Now, Cole and Antonio, your lanterns are fine. You were also holding someone else's lantern, Antonio. You were holding Andres'
Yes, I have
lantern?
Andreas.
So only Rachel's lantern is smashed from the crashing of the blood, driving it down the stairs onto the second floor, dashing it against the flagstones.
Makes sense.
And the blood is finite. It's not continuous. It stops. It's one big gush of blood, knock you all down the stairs, and then it's gone. I mean, it's not gone. It just continues running down. But
Rachel,
quite unpleasant.
Rachel gets up and says, "That's enough blood to kill a man."
yeah, that was enough blood. That was enough blood to kill like fucking 50 men, probably more. God, how much blood do you think that would have been?
Yeah, she'll check. She'll check Cerberus, make sure he's okay.
Hundreds, over 100 men, probably. Yeah, he's injured. He's taken 3 hit points of damage.
She's gonna check her gun, make sure that the
Check what?
yeah, he has 9.
Oh yeah,
That's what you told me.
your guns will be completely useless until you can actually dismantle them and clean them properly, or let them dry out for like a day. They're just totally drenched.
All right. Well,
Does that include ours that made the saving throws?
No, you made the same throws. Your guns are fine.
okay.
That seems fair.
Okay.
So that was pretty horrible.
That was gross, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Somewhere in Wallachia, a vampire is bemoaning the waste of this event.
What do you want to do now?
Is everybody off the stairs?
Yeah, I mean, technically, you guys are all back down on level 2 now.
Okay.
We see what
the door's
caused
open.
Torrent of blood, perhaps. Oh, we lost Rachel.
Did we?
Yes.
She probably hit the wrong button.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
I'm gonna try to make my way up the stairs.
Or she may have lost internet. Let's find out. Let's see if she comes back real quick.
So do we want to search that room that all that blood came out of, or stay out of there?
I assume you guys all want to go and see what the source was.
Definitely
But
won't.
I'd like to find out if Rachel's coming back first. If Rachel is going to be back shortly, we will go ahead. I'll tell you what's up there, and then that's where we'll leave it for the night. If she doesn't come back, we'll just leave it right here, I think. She may have lost internet because she's not replying. Or maybe her laptop battery died. I don't know if she's got her charger with her. There she is. Welcome back.
Hey, sorry, I don't know what happened. It just started saying I had connection problems, and then it kind of booted me.
Yeah, no worries. So now that you're back, they want to go up and see what was in that room.
Okay.
Or what was on the 3rd level, I guess.
What did you say? You said my guns were useless, right?
Yeah, your guns are just like they've got blood caked inside of them, and
Yeah.
like
okay.
if you hold your gun up and tilt it, blood pours out of it.
Fuck. Okay. Rachel's gonna. Okay, in that case, she's just gonna put down her backpack, like on the table on that second floor. She's also gonna just go ahead and put down all 3 of her guns, her arquebus and her 2 pistols. So that way she's now just like unencumbered.
Yep.
Let's see.
I can tell you too that everything in your black backpack is also soaked with blood. Like,
yeah,
it's not like I mean, it might be waterproofed, but it's not like vacuum sealed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got
that's
blood
fine.
in your backpack. You have blood in your pouch.
Everywhere.
Yeah, that's fine.
Coins are soaked in blood. Everything.
That's good.
But
The
that
only
door
thing
is open.
Rachel's gonna grab is her crowbar, and if she could use like her gun holster to hold that crowbar, she's gonna do that.
Gun holstered. Oh, you mean like um yeah, kind of. It's kind of awkward, but you could probably pull it off. But you have now found what looks to be the wizard's personal chamber. And he is still here. Right there in the near the middle of the room, you see this circle over here. Yes. Decked out in old school wizard's type robe and pointy hat with a long flowing beard, you see an old wizard. He is standing in the middle of a circle that seems to be made of salt. As you kind of step up, he looks and says, "Oh, yes, thank you for coming." You'd also see a bed, desk, chair. What else is there to say? Does it actually describe anything beyond the wizard?
How are you still alive? And what the
Yeah,
hell was all that blood?
next to the
Master,
circle, next to the salt circle, is a stand. You can see that here, upon which rests a large, flawless, egg-shaped crystal about as large as a man's head. His bed is along the northeast section, but the formerly fine silks have deteriorated to the point of being useless. Next to the bed is a nightstand um, with a long spent candle on it. Along the north wall is a desk with an open book sitting on it. And that's it.
Master
Oh,
Kelsey.
this is a door over here as well. This is this thing here. There's a door, just so you know.
So I see him
So,
standing there, and I say, Master Calcidius, I presume.
indeed, it's just been so long. I didn't know if anyone would remember my name. It must be the better part of a century I've been trapped here. Would you be a good sport and just rub out some of that salt, please?
Hmm.
Break the circle.
Who trapped you here?
Well, I was doing some work. Let me see where I have his actual
Oh.
story here.
Lost Rachel again.
Did we?
Yeah.
Jeez. Where is the bit about his story? Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, maybe it's on the previous page. Actually, that would make more sense. Yes. Let's see if is Rachel back yet.
Nope.
No. Okay, just let me know what she is so I can let her back in. Actually, I'll just leave this here. I should be able
Well,
to
we
see.
won't be able to see her because she'll be backstage.
Okay, I'll leave it up there. I'll be able to see it. Let's leave that up. So yes. Anyway, I was experimenting with. Oh, there she is. See, what happened is I was
Okay,
experimenting
I put
with.
the camera setting. They've said before that if you have problems,
Okay. I was experimenting with demon control techniques, and I got distracted by my apprentice. He was about to make a grave error, and in the confusion, I got stuck in the containment circle myself. Like I said, it's probably been the better part of a century, and well, the the servant, or I should say the apprentice, he just ran out, left, and never came back. That candle burnt out later on that day, and I've been trapped in the darkness ever since.
You've been trapped in that circle with no food and water for the better part of a century?
Well, part of the containment, I don't require any food or water or indeed sleep. I haven't aged or gained any weight or lost any weight.
You said there's runes on the ground.
No runes, just a circle of salt.
Okay.
Look, if you let me out of here, I will reward you 100 silver pieces. Just brush a little bit of that salt away.
Hmm.
I don't know if I trust this.
Walk over to the desk, and look at the book there.
But what are you doing? That's mine.
I just want to make sure that we're not that a demon is not trying to deceive us before I brush away the salt, if you understand.
Oh, fine. What about you, miss? Please, just brush away some of that salt there.
Rachel would like to look at the crystal on the desk.
Your dog starts to walk over and sniff the salt.
Cerberus, no, she's going to point to a place over by the bed and say, "Go to the bed. Stay."
His ears kind of go down and he whines a little bit and he goes over there and sits down, not knowing what he's done wrong.
If possible, I will whisper in Antonio's ear in Spanish that we should throw some salt on him, see if he does anything.
I don't know if that'll be a wise. That might be considered breaking the circle also.
So the book, Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
looks to be bound in human skin.
Mm.
And it is titled Communications and Signaling the Beyond.
Hmm.
Does not have the name of the author on it.
And those shelves are barren also? The ones down the right?
They are, yes.
Okay. Bound in...
What about you, sir? He says to Cole. Please. 100 silver pieces. It's yours. Just brush away a little bit of that salt there. It's been so long. Please.
Rachel wants to look at that crystal on the table side.
Yeah, like I said, it's flawless, egg-shaped, about as large as a person's head. It's very, very valuable.
So, Antonio, looks like you got yourself a tower.
I don't know about that. Where did the blood come from?
The blood. Oh, it's an old ward, an old trap I had on the door. If anyone were to open it, that wasn't a member of my staff.
Mm.
And why was the blood trickling down the stairs?
No, it's a bit of a tell, I guess you could call it. Sort of like a warning. It's a very old spell, not perfect, I admit, but come on now, please. You've been in here long enough. This is my property. This is my domain. I would appreciate it now if you would please free me from this prison, which I've been trapped in for who knows how many decades.
What was the name?
Rachel's going to open up the door.
Which door?
The door to the east.
The only door. Yeah. But don't mess with that.
What's behind it?
Sorry.
Let me see here. So I gotta pull this up.
She won't. When he says don't open it, she'll stop and she's going to ask him what's behind it.
Okay. It's the levitation shaft. It gives access to the rest of the tower.
Levitation shaft. That sounds fun. She's going to open the door.
Listen here, you bitch. Let me out right now.
Or you'll huff and you'll puff and you'll blow that circle away.
And now he's getting very, very irritated. He is huffing and puffing, in fact. Absolutely huffing and puffing. Come on, stupid thing. Yeah, something like that.
I'm definitely taking out my pistol just in case. I don't trust this shit. Especially him being in that circle, something's gotta be wrong.
What was the name of your servant?
My apprentice? His
butler.
name was Argyle. Argyle Timmons.
He was your apprentice.
Yes, ran like a coward and left me here.
I see.
He was in charge of the other servants, but I planned to teach him what I knew if he could learn it, and he was better than them. I never made him do the menial chores. The others were in charge of the cooking and the cleaning. He assisted me with my work.
According to his diary, he said you became rather odd in your last year before whatever this is.
This is ridiculous. I will not take this abuse in my own home. I am Sir Ravulan Calcidius. Now I insist that you release me from here. If you do not, well then, I will kill you, each and every one of you. I'll kill your friends, your family. I'll kill everyone you ever spoke to. Let me out of here right now.
Hmm.
So Rachel, on the other side of that door, is a shaft, like a 3-foot diameter circular shaft. It goes up and down, as far as you can see. On the north wall within the shaft, you can see a dial with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The number currently pointing to a neutral position, not pointing to any of them.
Antonio, I found something in here that perhaps needs your knowledge.
Go take a look.
Rachel's going to look over at Cerberus, make sure he's still staying.
Do you have a leash on your dog?
No, he doesn't have a leash, but he should stay if she tells him to. That's why she's looking at him to make sure that he's staying.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but-
how do we know that wizard can't control a dog's mind? It's a
How do we know that a wizard can't control any of our minds?
Well, of course,
Cough,
but
cough,
we can watch
cough. I'm gonna go back to that book.
Okay. You go back to the book. Calcidius is continuing to hurl horrible threats. Now he's threatening to go back in time and to kill all of your ancestors so that you would never even be born.
He is really endearing himself to us, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I tried to free him.
I'm
He
gonna
looks over. He
connect her
looks
to
over.
room.
It's you, Rachel. He says, "I told you it's a levitation shaft. Stupid. What do you think it does? Step into it. See for yourself."
I wouldn't suggest that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You, he points at Cole. You, I will increase the reward. I will give you 10,000 silver pieces and only kill your companions if you release me now.
That's some kind of deal, Cole.
I can teach you the secrets of the universe. I can teach you how to travel to other worlds, how to communicate with alien species, how to control them and make them your slaves.
There's only one thing I would request. Shut the fuck up.
And he just kind of like huffs a bit, like not knowing what to say.
Hey, it worked.
And I think it's getting late. I think that's probably a good place actually to leave it. With him huffing, Antonio is looking more at the book. You're still standing at the shaft, Rachel. Andres and Cole, of course, are also in the room with, and let's not forget Cerberus. Ooh, excuse me. But it is 4:30 in the morning. I think I should probably stop there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like
it.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually meant to stop right after describing the wizard, but then I just got carried away. So thanks for playing, guys. But we will do this again next week. Same time.
Awesome. This is interesting. I do not trust him, clearly.
Oh, yeah. No way
Why?
I'm using this guy.
He's just a friendly old wizard.